I will be standing here
Et voilà.
right by your side. I will be standing here till the end of time. I will be standing here all through the night, till the stars align. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me.
Hey.
Hello.
How is everybody?
Let there be.
Huh? Can you hear me?
Yep,
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. So, hello, Robin, Jaquetta, GC, Lisa.
See, you
How
can
is
see
some-
them all. Like,
Sorry. One of these days.
no,
I'm gonna
you're
have
fine.
One of these days, I'm going to have to figure out how to work it from that side.
Lisa Renee. Now, if I just hit comments, I can actually see what they're saying, but I can't see you anymore. So, Lisa
Okay.
Renee, hello. Rockin' Robin, hello. Okay, I'm going to flip back. I have to actually turn the thing on to be able to see them.
Okay. That's fine. Guys,
Uh-uh.
we're giving it a few minutes chit chat until everybody gets in here.
Well, sweet.
Hello, sweet friend. Hello, Miss Robin. She said hello to Tina too.
Hey.
Ouch. Anyways,
What are you
guys,
doing?
I was moving my knee because my knee started hurting. Okie dokie, guys. We are talking off and on shit today. Huh? Yeah, yes. You have to pinch it up for her.
Hold on. What is wrong with you?
We're just not
Sorry,
prepared today, guys.
I have this plugged in. The problem is I need to make sure it's actually in dark mode because
Okay.
for whatever, I think that this device is actually dying. Not that anybody wanted to hear that. So
Yeah, we're not here to talk about anything gruesome like that, huh?
well, if it does, I'm gonna just take a hammer after. Call it a day.
Okay, guys. What we're going to be talking about, and I moved outside, guys. Okay. Anyways, what we're going to be talking about is the little Alabama girl, the 3 girls who they found in the pond in Texas, and the family that went missing. Hello, Miss Sally. The family who went missing from Mexico, Maine, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure at some point during this whole kit and caboodle, somebody will be talking about Summer, so that's okay too. But how many of you have heard anything about any of those other 3 cases? Does anybody know anything at all about those 3 cases? I don't hear anybody say anything.
Well, they're relatively new, and I just heard about them, in the last couple of days. So it's an awful lot to happen in such a short period of time.
Oh, and I was wrong about the family. They went missing on June 27th because they were going out for the 4th of July weekend. That's what they were going camping for. Nope. Everybody's saying nope. They haven't heard of them.
All right,
Okay.
well, fill them in. You're
All
the
right,
best.
well, the first one is the family that went missing from Mexico, Maine. I'm sure there's another town in there, but the man is Nick Hansen. The woman is Jill Sidebothem. I hope I said that right. And then they had a little girl named Lydia Hansen, and Jill had a 10-year-old son, which in most of the reports that you'll find, they do not talk about the 10-year-old son, and I don't know why. But evidently they weren't living together. Nick calls Jill up and says, hey, do you want to go away for the weekend, go camping with the kids? She's like, sure. She's living with her mom and dad. She says, I'll be fine. We'll be back on the 29th, 30th. And they never show back up. And the last time they were actually saw was on a Walmart security camera, and that was on the 3rd of July.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody can find them. Nobody's heard anything from them. Hang on one second. I'll show you some of the pictures. I think this is it. Hang on. Yep, this is it. That's not him. That's her and the baby. There's the Walmart film footage. That's him with the baby. And I believe that's her. I'm not positive, but I think it is. There's her carrying the baby outside. I don't know why it keeps showing that guy. There's her and him at Walmart. There they are again. I'm just going to read a little bit of this, or Tina can read it. Tina, you want to read it?
See it.
Oh, yeah, you
I
can't
can't
see
see
it. Okay.
It's way too
Anyways.
small.
Before Jill Sidebothem left her parents' house in Springvale for an impromptu camping trip with Nicholas Hansen and their toddlers, she told her mom it'll be fine. But no one has seen or heard from her parents or the child for more than 3 weeks. Sidebothem's family reported her missing when she did not return within a few days from her 4th of July weekend plans with her 10-year-old son. Police have circulated photos visiting campgrounds and searched for their car by plane in the western Maine woods. The first notices about the case described the 3 missing people as a family, but the truth is more complicated. Family members say Sidebothem and Hansen are no longer a couple, and she is engaged to another man. Court records show Hansen previously has been accused of domestic violence assault against Sidebothem, and a protection order that limited contact with their 2-year-old Lydia expired in June. Now both families are worried that they may not be fine at all. That's all I'm going to read on that, guys. So, what do you guys think? What do you think, Tina? Evidently, there's violence.
That's what I was going to say. If there was some kind of order of protection, the idea was, didn't you say, was to go camping or something like that?
Yeah. But the order of protection ran out in June. This was the end of June.
Okay, leopards don't change their spots. If there was violence before, chances are in a stressful situation like camping with little kids, it leaves too many doors open.
Well, why do you think it is that they're not talking about the 10-year-old son?
I don't know. I don't honestly know. The baby is in the picture, so of course they're going to be talked about. But if it just simply says that the 10-year-old hasn't been seen, what is there to say about him? The only part I find unusual is that if that's the pictures we have of them, where's the photos of the 10-year-old boy?
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing that I've found.
But what did they say that the 10-year-old boy was missing too, or did he get left behind?
No, he went with them.
I don't
He
know.
went with them. Robin says, why should she have to tell her mom it would be all right? Well, obviously, because there was domestic violence in the past, and the order of protection was just lifted in June. I would assume, Robin. Was he the baby's daddy? Yes, but he's not the 10-year-old son's dad. Yeah, I didn't see the 10-year-old anywhere either.
I don't know.
Oh, you're fine.
I don't
Yeah,
know what.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know anything about the 10-year-old, but you would think that a child that is capable of walking, talking, and verbalizing, they would definitely be talking about that child and at least showing a picture and saying, "Hey, if you see this kid, you know,
Right.
this case leaves too many open doors. There's far too many open doors."
Well, when we were talking earlier, you were saying that they could possibly be on the run for something, but obviously, I mean,
Yes,
I don't think that's
but
the
for what?
case. But could he be on the run holding her? Lord, forgive me for even thinking this, but with all the cases we cover and stuff, could he have flipped and did something to the little boy and making her and the baby go with him?
Maybe. I don't know.
What do you guys
I just
think?
wish we knew more about the case other than they're just missing. I mean, there's not a lot to go on. I don't even think we have a name for the little boy because they said
I
the
don't
little
think
girl's
so.
name is Lydia, right?
Lydia, yeah,
So
Lydia.
yeah, verbalized, named everybody except that child, which kind of is almost concerning in itself. That in itself is really strange that there are two children missing with this woman, and we have no name or picture of one of the children. That is really disturbing.
Right. Sally
So the
says,
question here is why?
that is huge. They left the child who isn't his behind. This is bad, very bad. We have a rule in my house. My grown daughter have to let me know where they're going. Mommy can't help you if I don't know where you are. It's just
Yep.
being cautious, not nosy.
Yeah. We have a similar rule in our house, but it mostly has to do with the winter weather here because we travel distances frequently. And so if like my son, who is currently 28, if he's driving from here to say, 3, 4 towns over, I want to know where he's going. I want to know what time he leaves because I know exactly in the state of Alaska, I've been here so long, I can tell you how long it takes to get from one point to another anywhere in the state. So he's the same way. I tell him, tell me where you're going and
Right.
then text me when you get there. And then if they don't check in, there's a problem, especially in the winter here. So
I
it's
do
just,
my kids
it's
the
not,
same way.
yeah, it's
And
not
they
nosy.
do
It's
me.
just protecting them.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Robin puts out there, yes, and this I'm completely thankful for. Everything we discuss is not fact. We discuss our opinions on this channel. It's speculation in a factual manner. Welcome to all new coming. Please be respectful in chat. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
Let's see. Melissa says, hello, Nana. My grown son at minimum texts me every day. Honey, my kids, I have to hear from them at least every third day or I'm going crazy. Plain and simple. Okay. Now, I mean, we're going to bounce back to this one, but I want to get on to the next one.
Okay.
Okay. In this one, we have three of the three little girls in Texas, guys, that were found in the pond. Do you remember that? It was on just the other day on the news. I'm going to pull it up. Okay. It says Texas authorities said 3 young girls have been found dead in a private pond near this Cass County home. Multiple outlets report the bodies of, and I'm probably going to chop these names up, so forgive me. Tamari Oliver, Amora Hughes and Ziariel Oliver were located in the pond early Saturday morning, officials said, according to CBS affiliate KSLA in the whatever Gazette. The trio was reported missing late Friday night. We have no idea what the girls were doing there, Cass County Sheriff Larry Rowe told the Gazette. Texas Parks and Wildlife Lieutenant Jason Jones said the investigation into the girls' death have been turned over to the Department of Public Safety and the Texas Rangers. The Texas Park and Wildlife deferred comment. That part says they're not going to comment. As of Tuesday, the circumstances surrounding the girls' disappearance remain unclear. Their home is located just off of the State Highway 77, according to the reports. The person who called to report the children missing is believed to have been with the girls while their mother, with whom the witness is reportedly friends, was at work, per the Gazette. Officials ventured out to the victim's last known location and brought K-9 units in with them. Their search led them to the pond, which is less than 200 feet away from the residence. At the pond, Jones said authorities located a pair of tennis shoes right next to the water. Texas Department Parks and Wildlife Captain Game Warden Sean Harvey also said a shoe was found near the water, according to them. Family told authorities that the items belonged to the girls. Authorities also discovered footprints near the water. Jones told the TV station they appeared to be leading into the pond. And it just talks about it and then says nobody has been accused of anything. Isn't that weird?
Um,
How do you have a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and all three of them just mysteriously walk into a pond and all of them die?
it probably, much like the Summer Wells and every other case, they haven't outright accused anybody in this case either. So it's probably a matter of we know what we know, and until we have proof, we're not going to open our mouths. It seems to be more of the same, which is a standard protocol. But I would say if the friend or babysitter or whomever she was the last person with those 3 little girls, she's got a whole lot of explaining to do.
Especially when, guys, remember, this pond had a fence around it and the gate was locked. So not only do they have to figure out what the girls were doing there, they have to figure out how the girls got into the fence.
Now, wasn't the fence around the entire trail, like the trailer and the pond, were all fenced in together, or is it fenced separately?
I believe it was fenced separately. I believe that the pond
Okay.
was fenced to keep anybody out of it.
Okay.
Um,
And if the fence was locked when they found them, then did the girls lock themselves into the fence, or who locked them in there?
I don't know. Sally says, what the what? Oh, that friend needs to be talking. Yeah, no joke.
Oh, yeah.
She's 20 and says she's grown and she don't need me to help, and I'm over here. Whoa, I think we jumped into a private conversation. Whoops.
We were talking about protective mommies earlier.
Yeah. Very strange. Yes, someone has a lot of explaining to do. Well, the thing about it is, and I was talking to somebody, I don't know if it was Tina or Domby or who, but the plain and simple fact is you could see one child wandering into the pond and drowning. Okay, maybe you could see one child going into the pond and another one going in to try to help it. But I do not see all 3 of those girls, one right after another, walking into that pond and just, committing unalive me. You know what I mean? Not
No,
all
that
3
many bodies in one place, then there is a responsible party. I would say homicide. But why? Why is the question? And where was the mother when this was going on?
Supposedly at work. One person at work, one person watching the kids. This is the routine.
Yeah. Plausible deniability.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to accuse any parents or anybody of anything, but these are very strange circumstances with all three of these cases. Anyways, tonight I'm just, what's Don B coming out with tomorrow? I don't know, honey. I didn't know he was. What was the friend doing, and how long was she known the family? That they don't say. How deep was the pond? Where was the person watching them? Another Candace. Exactly. They could have had just wanted to play around the edge and fell in, one trying to help save the other one, and they all ended up in there. And I could say that, but then again, like I said, I could see one or even two. But when the third one seen the first two, you really think she's going to jump into? I mean,
well, you could also question the structure and the temperature of, I mean, if we're going to say, okay, accident, hypothetically, structure and temperature of the water. Was it the kind of pond, say, that slowly, gradually went in like this, and it got deeper as you went in from ankle deep to neck deep? Or was it the kind of pond where you just sort of fell in and sank right then and there because it genuinely was a sinkhole in the ground? What kind of pond was it? Because if they all fell in, and then if it was like, I don't know about the springs where you guys live, but the springs here, if you're in a lake or a pond that is spring fed, that water is cold. And I mean, really, really cold. And so could it be shock, or I don't know, if the sister, like say the oldest one jumped in to try to save them, could the other children's floundering held her down and they all drowned? I don't know. That's too much speculating. Way, way, way too much speculating.
And I didn't think about that. It could be that it was just a sinkhole type pond and they all fell, one grabbed the other and fell in.
Yeah.
But still.
You would think that if they were close enough to the edge of the pond, they could grasp onto something. A tree branch, a ledge, a rock, a stick, something.
Right. Melissa says
the edge of the pond. I don't know.
Melissa says spring water in her state is 72.
She must live someplace really warm.
Right.
Spring water where I'm at is like pulling water out of your refrigerator water fountain. It's really cold.
Cheryl says he may have harmed them. Why would she go camping with someone who has been violent? Why would you go camping with someone who you had a restraining order against?
Maybe the story we're going camping was literally just that, a story.
I don't remember if they said there was surveillance from the campground they were in or not, but I believe there may have been. So I believe they were seen at the campground. Huh?
Oh, someone said trees are sparse in Texas. So if this was in Texas, chances are there could have been nothing to grab onto. I've never been to Texas except for to land in an airport and leave the airport. So.
Right. Hello, New Orleans lady. Okay, now the last one, guys, is the little girl in Alabama. Oops, hang on a second. The little girl in Alabama. And I had some people telling me this morning that was not, or that was her mother, but it wasn't. Authorities in Alabama on Wednesday released horrific details of how a woman and a boy were allegedly unalived a day after an abducted 12-year-old girl escaped by chewing her way through the restraints, leading investigators to discovering the two bodies. Already charged with the first-degree kidnapping in connection with the girl's mistreatment, Jose, I can't say his whole name, Reyes, also was charged with capital murder and corpse abuse in the deaths of a woman and a boy younger than the age of 14 who found who was found inside the mobile home in the central Alabama town of Dadeville. According to Topeka County Sheriff Jimmy Abbott and the court documents. Anyways, it says they arrested him. But if you go down here, it says the records don't include the name of the defense attorney, blah, blah, blah. The girl was abducted from an undisclosed location around July 24th. The girl was restrained to the bedpost for about a week so she could be abused, and according to a complaint filed in the court by authorities, the two people were killed around the time of the alleged abduction, records show. The girl was kept in a drugged state with alcohol and assaulted in the head before chewing her way out of the restraints, the document said. What is this problem? Anyways, on here it also says that there was no missing persons report. Said there, okay, right here, the girl who authorities said had not been reported missing received medical attention. Okay, the thing about that is if she was the daughter of the woman that was unalived, that woman and the boy who was her son lived in that trailer. Now, if that was her daughter, there would be no reason for anybody to report her missing. Correct, Tina?
Yeah, one would think. If she was there, they wouldn't report her missing, but I don't know.
So the law enforcement wouldn't have a reason to question why she wasn't reported missing. If she resided in the home that she ran from.
She was found from a whole nother place, though. She was located and stolen from a whole nother location. So the mother and son are, the mother and son are one thing. The man who did this is another thing. And then you have this child who nobody apparently is missing.
So does that mean she was
unless
trafficked?
I don't know. I hope that they found her parents by now. A genetic test should find that.
That was 2 days ago. That report was 2 days ago. Or no, it was yesterday. That report came out. And at that point in time, the only thing they could tell was that there were other people who lived in that trailer also. But they weren't at home when the detectives got there. And that woman and boy were unalived after the little girl broke free.
It begs the question of the morality of the other people that were living in the house. Did they not hear a child crying or whimpering or making any kind of sound? Did they not smell the smell of death and decay? Because within 24 hours, you're going to smell that.
Well, they found the little girl and discovered the bodies the next day. They must have freshly been unalived the next day, because that's when he
problem.
Did it.
Yeah, but the problem is the people that lived there. Did they not see that something was wrong? A child was tied up in that house for a week. What kind of person ignores that?
Hold up for a minute, Tina. There's a special guest in the house. I love you, Baba. Thank you. My grandson is in here, guys. My grandson.
Hey, grandson.
I'm listening outside, getting dark. Hard to type. LOL. Okay. I love you, Bubba. If you want to come up, all you got to do is holler at me and I'll drop you the link. Okay? I'm so proud of my grandkids. I'm so proud of them. Sorry, guys. But yeah.
Grandkids are awesome.
Yeah. But the thing about this little girl is, if there are the other people living in the house, and that's what makes me jump to the trafficking thing.
Yeah.
Is because if there were other men living in that house, more than likely they're not going to worry about some little girl screaming in the back bedroom, because they're going to be paying her visits as well.
Yeah. That's, like I said, what was the moral compass of the people living there?
I'm just wondering, they've arrested the guy. They arrested the guy, but did they arrest the other ones now? That's what I want to know.
Well, if the child was drugged while all of allegedly this stuff was going on, then she may not remember, depending on what she was drugged with.
They say just alcohol.
She may not remember a face. She may not remember anything. The only thing they can find to prove is DNA on her body.
Right.
They would have to swab her from head to toe. And that's the only way that they're going to find out for sure if someone other than this idiot they arrested had any hand in her injury.
Right. Let's see. Robin says, and it was said he had already been deported before this and here illegally. It figures.
Oh, nice.
Hello, Tiger.
Hello, Tiger.
These cases are so sad. It really is. I mean, it's just horrible. And there's on the two different ones. I mean, we don't even have pictures. There's nothing we can do except talk about them.
Yeah.
But if
Nana, give me a minute. I'm gonna go that way for a second.
okay,
I'll be right back.
all
One
right.
sec.
Okay, guys, on the family that is missing, I'm going to do a video tomorrow, and I'm going to put the pictures in the video, but there's also on my community tab, there's a video, and she has an actual poster, missing people's poster on her video. Hello, Miss Nana, Miss Woodworth. Hope each of your days are going well. They are. And it just got brighter when I saw my grandson in here telling me he loved me. Shouldn't I be so proud of him? Look at that. He told me he loved me right in the middle of my chat. I'm so proud of him. He's such a good boy. He's partly grown, half grown. Yes, everything that we discuss is not fact. We discuss our opinions on this channel. It's speculation in a factual manner. Welcome to all newcomers. Could the lady who was unalive in that trailer got unalived because the unaliver was caught messing with the girl, so he blanked the boy and mom? Another confusing story. Well, that's what I was thinking at first when I thought that he had unalived them before she got loose. I was thinking that maybe she was trying to help the little girl, and that's what caused him to go off and do that. He smothered the woman. He physically beat the boy to death. But I'm wondering now if the girl got loose before, then could he have blamed the woman thinking that she helped the girl get loose?
I'm back.
It's good to see family staying tight. That's always encouraging. Well, thank you, Tiger. I've got wonderful, wonderful kids and grandkids. Grandma D, it is so sad. So what do you think, Tina, that it maybe that he did that thinking that she was helping the little girl get loose? Because
you mean the little girl that was tied to the bedpost that he offed the other ones? The only two reasons I can think is they were going to talk, or they helped her, or both. I don't know. But you would think if they were going to help, the only thing is if she chewed through those restraints with her mouth, then chances are they didn't help her, or they'd have just untied her. That's my only catch there.
Right. Well, that's what I said. That's why I said maybe he thinks they did help her, but they really didn't.
Yeah. I don't know.
Robin says, I'm very proud of that brave girl. I pray she gets all the help.
One, however, is connected to the other.
She had to have been.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're fine. I agree. One has to do with the other. We just don't know how yet.
Yeah.
But for her to
And I
have,
think one has to do with the other. So if the mother had an ounce of compassion and a sober moment, I mean, we don't know if she was on something or what was going on, or because you can't live in a house if she did in fact live there and not realize that there's another child. It's a trailer, for heaven's sakes.
right,
They're not very sound variable unless he had a room outfitted with soundproofing, and I really doubt that. You would know. So unless the mother had a moment of compassion and let her go, and that was his revenge, I don't know. But I think that they are connected somehow.
well, maybe Lisa's asking, wonder how she got out. I wonder if, because it said that she was being hit in the head before she got loose. So I wonder if the mother, not her mother, but the mother, started fighting, trying to keep the guy off of her. And that's how she wound up running out of the house. And maybe that's why he smothered the mother.
Maybe.
Well, we would like to think so anyways, huh?
Well, I would hope so, because I mean, a mom is a mom. No matter, even if you're not a great mom, you got to have an ounce of compassion. If you are caring for one of your children successfully, she had a son there whom she was raising somehow. I don't know how old the child was, but there's got to be some sense of feeling, some amount of feeling, even if it's very small.
He was less than 14, so. Grandma D says
Yeah.
she will need years of therapy. Hopefully the state has a
Yeah.
victim fund like our state does. It pays for therapy and things.
She is going to need a lot of therapy.
Kuma says, OMG, they best figure out who did that pond ordeal. I agree. They need to definitely. I would never put a man before my child. Never. Not even when my children were grown, and we're talking grown with children of their own. I wound up getting divorced from my last husband because of my children. I would not put a man before my children. And people say that's going against the Bible. But also, your husband shouldn't put you in a position to do that. True, Tina?
You are right in the sense that God, family, children, in all of my training, how we would learn is that if the husband, and this is just statistical fact, you know me and my numbers, statistically speaking, that if a husband and a wife are unstable, the whole family is unstable. If the wife or the husband is favoring the children and ignoring the wife or the husband, it's going to fall apart. But if you want total stability in a relationship, the husband and wife need to do what God said and stay together, agreeable with the children so that this problem doesn't arise. But if one parent turns against the other, somebody has to protect those kids. So technically, children should come first, but that come first should be within unity.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The husband should never put the other person in the situation.
It should never be a problem. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Does anyone know if the girl was an immigrant too? No, we don't know.
Yeah. I wondered that too.
I'm wanting to find out as much about this as I can. That's what and I have been called now today about asking my viewers questions. But guess what, guys? I do not have all the answers. And there are a lot of you out there that do get more news coverage than I do. Or you might see something that I overlook.
For all we know, there is a viewer that literally lives next door. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing to ask other people questions.
Right.
That's why they're called YouTube presenters, not miracle workers, and none of us walk on water. If one of you do, I want to meet you.
Maybe the woman was going to turn the guy into immigration. Maybe. Okay, and the gate was locked. Yes, the gate was locked, as far as we know. I'm sorry about bouncing around in these different conversations, guys, but they all grabbed me all about the same time. And I want to know as much as I possibly can about these cases. I really want to follow up with them. How else do you learn anything if you don't ask? I was told
Yep.
when my oldest was a baby and I went to the doctor with him, the pediatrician told me the only stupid question that you can ask, or the only stupid question, is the question that you don't
The
ask.
one you don't ask.
Right. So I ask for help, guys. I mean, I have said this from the get-go. This is our channel. It's not just my channel. It's our channel. So it's a sort of a community work together to try to help save these children or do what we can for them.
Yep.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
There?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. We need a clone of Grady Judd and put one in every state. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Who is Grady Judd? I keep hearing that name. Who is it?
You don't know Grady Judd? Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I wouldn't ask if you
Tina,
did.
you live under a rock. Oh, wait, you live
I
up
do.
next to the North Pole.
I just say I almost do live under a rock. Nana, you know my schedule. You're about the only channel I watch much anymore. So
Grady
yes,
Judd.
I live under a rock.
Grady Judd is a sheriff in Florida, and he holds everybody accountable, including his own deputies. He pulls pictures out and he will tell everything he knows on them, and he puts them away, including his own deputies.
Right on.
So he's got his own YouTube channel. You need to watch it.
Why am I not surprised?
Of course he has his own YouTube channel. Who in this world does it nowadays?
Ronnie Lawson. Ronnie Lawson does not. Come on.
Ronnie Lawson does not. You're right. Hello, Tina.
Except for when Don B mimics him.
That's true. But no, that's not Ronnie Lawson. That's Lonnie Rawson.
Oh, I get it.
Lonnie Rawson. That way he can't get in trouble.
Well, Lonnie Rawson can be proud of me because I went and got some iced tea.
BBE says, I'm not being rude, but many illegals bring their crimes with them. I've noticed on the news that obviously abusing children happens a great deal in their country. Love Grady Judd. Yes, we do too. And not that I disagree with you, BBE. I do not. But we have to recognize the fact that there are a lot of good old U.S. citizens that are harming their children just as much. I mean, look at good old Don Wells. Can't get more red-blooded than that. Sorry. Allegedly, he done something.
Now, what is this? Did you watch Don B's last video?
Which one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you before you hung up. You're like, no, I'll just go watch it.
I did go watch it.
I was trying to tell you to watch for it.
Is he serious, or was he just putting on a skit?
The last part of it was, come on. I offered her a backpack filled with snacks with a unicorn
Skittles?
on it. Yeah. Remember in her interview, she said, I was going to grab a backpack and fill it with snacks and we were going to make it an all-nighter. You don't remember that?
No, I do remember, but I also understand the purpose of why she said that. My question was he serious? Did he actually get an interview with Don Wells?
I don't know about the interview with Don Wells, but her being Tim Mullen's receptionist, no, that's not true. She's not Tim Mullen's receptionist.
I have a hard time telling when Don B is being serious and when he's being a jokester. I haven't quite learned that yet.
No, Robin Lane is not Tim Mullins' receptionist, though.
I didn't
and
figure, but I was just kind of, what was
Tina,
that all about? It really
He was-
threw me.
he was bribing her to get an interview or to get a phone call through. He was bribing her with a backpack full of Skittles.
Yeah.
Yes,
But I wouldn't put it past Don B to actually say that to her. I really
Oh,
wouldn't.
he probably would. He probably
Which was
would
the
say that.
confusion. There's not.
Maybe that's why.
I wouldn't
Because he texted me and he's like, they actually are believing this. So maybe that's why people are believing him.
Don B, if you're listening, you're just dang difficult to discern, okay?
Maybe that's why
I
people
wonder
believe
if he's
him.
listening.
Oh, I don't know if he is or not. I did text.
Oh,
He
my
is one of my
goodness.
mods. So I texted him and told him I was going live. Of course, I told Christola too. And she didn't show up. Remain Calm's not here. I told her too, but she's dealing with her daughter, I'm sure.
Actually, I thought I saw her in the chat.
Remain Calm?
I thought, maybe I was imagining things.
Maybe.
Let me look.
Did y'all see Lip Lock's video? I was dying. No, I've not seen it yet. I've seen where she was flipping Jody Sue off, but I've not seen the video.
I guess I didn't. I thought I did.
Exactly, Nana. Grady Judd would have solved the Summer Wells case. Every county should have a sheriff like Grady Judd. Our county would be better off for sure. Absolutely, 100%. I'm wondering if it is lack of education that bred a mother's instinct, love, and protection out of today's women. Never in my life have I seen uncaring moms and abuse and lost children. Honey, I've been trying to figure that one out for a while now. I mean, but the thing about it is the women that are that age group around here, which is my children's age group, you don't see that kind of behavior. I mean, especially like my daughter and my daughter-in-law, they're very, very, very protective of their children. And all the other women their age are very protective. And I couldn't imagine any of them doing anything like that. But yeah, you got a point. Remain Calm is here. Well, I didn't see her.
I thought I saw her, but I went back to the chat and I couldn't see it unless she popped in. Yeah, I don't see her.
Melissa says you're just more aware because of the media coverage.
I'm sure that there are a great many things that go on every day that we don't hear about even in our own hometowns, just because it's not advertised. Right. There's a lot of stuff that happens that just is not going to hit the media. And it's pretty bad when that happens. Way back in the day, something like this would happen and it was on the front page of every paper between here and Massachusetts, and here in my world means Alaska. So that's quite a span. But now it's so commonplace and social media is so prevalent that it just becomes, oh, another person got killed. Oh, another kid went missing. Oh, another person got kidnapped. It's become that we are so desensitized to what has happened. And I think that even in Summer's case and in the West kids' case, I think that it was the behavior of the parents. I think they sensationalized themselves. They became the spectacle. They are the reason that their daughter is being pushed out like she is. With the West family, the little ones, the sibling set, started to talk. And then the parents got busted and they were acting really strange. And so I think that the reason that the kids got the attention they did was because of the way the parents were acting. And now we have Michael Vaughn. And that's a
Oakley
whole nother
Carlson.
circus
There's-
in itself.
There's Oakley Carlson and Harmony Montgomery, and there was Serenity McKinney, and
Look at the parents. The parents are all hinky. They're just they just act weird.
Hello, Genevieve. It says, I made it. My afternoon was filled with distractions. I would like to say, Genevieve, you and Tina would have one heck of a conversation. You guys need to hook up somewhere. I'm telling y'all would love talking. Y'all would love it.
Genevieve is, I'm on a little screen, so I'm trying to read this.
Genevieve, woman of the people.
Okay.
Hello,
Genevieve.
She's a child advocate, is all I can say.
Okay. Awesome. And she says helicopters. Okay, now I want to know what the story behind helicopters is.
I don't know. She says, hello, everyone, and then helicopters. I'm assuming she's talking about mothers. Helicopter mothers.
Yeah, well, I know what a helicopter mom is, but...
let me tell you, I was one heck of one because my kids, after the second one wrecked on a bike, they weren't even allowed to have bikes, and they're still not allowed to even have motorcycles at this stage.
No, I bought my daughter a dirt bike. They both have mini bikes. I bought them a dirt bike. If you don't let them do it, if you don't let them experience, then they're going to break themselves anyway. When I ended up in a body cast as a child, it was because of a bicycle.
Honey, I was 12 years old and my brother wrecked and died on a motorcycle. My other brother was on another motorcycle beside him. My boyfriend was on the bike with the brother that died.
Oh, wow. So that was a different kind of trauma then.
Yeah, and it broke every bone in his face. He was only 14 years old.
Wow.
So
sorry about that. I get it. Different kind of trauma. I'm sorry that happened.
Okay, BBE says, I'm hitting the button because it moves this live up, dude, the algorithms. Nana, you have so much common sense. Oh, well, thank you.
Aw.
That's so sweet. I'm telling you, some of the best viewers in all of YouTube Galaxy.
You do?
And Genevieve was talking about helicopter parents. I knew that's what she was talking about.
She a caseworker then?
I don't know.
Like a child. She works with children?
I don't know. She gave me a list of things like a mile. I'm showing you with my hands and you can't see it. She gave me a list like a mile long of her titles. So child advocate's all I can remember specifically. Melissa says none have gotten the attention Summers case has. No, they haven't.
No. But I have never seen a set of parents behave the way her parents have. That was over the top. There's no other way to put that. I don't think there's even words. Over the top.
Lisa says we've known several people who have passed on motorcycles, but we've got two and we love to ride. I'm proud for you, is all I can say. Amen. Nana's Angels, great viewers, guest chatters, and mods. Of course, yes. I've got some of the best mods on the planet, period. In the galaxy. We can't instill fear in our children. The world can do that. I taught mine that you could do anything they wanted as long as it was positive. You can't instill, you shouldn't. We should say you shouldn't instill fear in your children. But let me tell you, I instilled fear in my children from the time they could talk, but I also taught them how to kick ass and not let nobody run over them. So you can do both. You can do both. Trust me. Many parents live in fear of consequences. Here in Tennessee, I recently recovered a published comment made by a General Sessions Court judge using intimidating comments towards. That was Genevieve.
Go to the bottom. She finishes the comment down on the bottom.
Oh, okay. Right here.
The use
The use
of
of
child protective services. Yeah.
is truancy for parents wanting to homeschool.
Yeah, sorry. I disagree with that. I homeschooled my kids clear through graduation. They're just fine.
I don't think that's what she was saying.
The use of truancy, they tried to do the same thing up here for homeschool kids. If your kids aren't in public school, they're truant, they're not going to school. They tried to do the same thing here, and they fought it and fought it and fought it, and then COVID happened, and then there was no other choice but to homeschool kids. And so now more than half of the kids in this community are homeschooled.
Well,
They can't fight it. So
in Tennessee, hello, that's why I didn't see you. There's Remain Calm. The reason here in Tennessee you're allowed to homeschool, and that they don't have a problem with it, but the parent has to go and take an 8-hour class. You have to show all your paperwork stating that you have custody, that you have graduated, that you have the competency to teach them. I know I was a registered homeschool teacher. So, and they don't give you a problem with truancy as long as you have all the paperwork.
Up here, because Alaska is so rural, they kind of lost the fight anyway, because they're just places where kids live. You can't get to a school. It just can't happen. But they tried the same thing here, but you don't have to take classes. However, to combat that, like when my kids were homeschooled, I think like 8 weeks, we had to turn in sample work and all of their tests that they took. And then they had to all be turned into ideas or to connections, whichever homeschool foundation we use, because we had to go through a foundation. And so we would just turn it in. And then our children at the end of the year are required to take these tests that say, yes, I've learned enough to pass the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, whatever. Right. So they'd have to take these end of year exams. And so that's kind of how they monitor it here, is to make sure that, and if the kids are failing, it means the parents are failing. And then that's when people get involved and say, hey, you can't homeschool your kid anymore. But my kids graduated, both of them, with at least a 3.6 GPA. And we spent hours and hours, and like every homeschool mom does, you spend hours, you sit there, and it drives you crazy, and you cry, and you fight, and you make them do their homework, and you kick and scream, and you do all the things. And you just get through it.
Right.
So there are ways they monitor it.
Tiger says, I've heard about kids around here getting out of PINS for such things. That was before COVID, though. Dang it!
I don't
say, Tiger.
I don't know.
You made me say that. Don't make me say that. Don't put it in chat, and I won't read it. Mary says, yes, here in Indiana, it's the same, Tina.
Yeah. They monitor it.
Transfer mod again, but I'm listening. Okay. What's wrong, Charlie K?
I was just going to ask the same thing.
Wow. Oh, he's really mad. What's wrong, Charlie K? Lovers spat?
What? Now I gotta look.
Oh, I said it. Oh, yeah, I know. He was growling at me. He's mad at me.
For what?
Because I said it. Because I said the word. You can't say that
word.
What
word did you?
The C word.
What word?
I've
had it 3 times. I'm over it, people. Sorry.
Right, but you can't say that word.
Oh.
I said it because I was reading it in a comment, and Charlie was growling at me because I said it.
No, I said it too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. I said it too.
I think there is a
last time
level.
I checked, I lived in the United States and had freedom of speech. Until YouTube come along, we apparently don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
Which is strange, because YouTube, when you look at the Google shares, the federal government owns a great deal of the shares into Google, which means they control a lot of the content, which begs the question, where are all these stupid rules coming from?
GC says, I think there is a certain level of what I call healthy fear. I agree, Nana. You can do both. That's right. You definitely can do both. And when they're grown and have children of their own, the healthy fear turns into, I will literally unalive you if you don't do what I tell you to do. I don't care if you're a grown adult. And because you put such healthy fear into them when they were children, they believe you. They believe you. You don't believe that, Tina?
No, I do believe it. I just know that sometimes it doesn't stick.
Oh, it does.
See, they believe you for a while, and then they turn somewhere between 17 and 22 years old, and they lose their minds.
Oh, no.
And then they somehow make it back to normal.
I'm talking about after they're 22. That's when they still.
Oh, no.
That's when you say, I will unalive you if you do go against what I say.
See, I haven't had a lot of that problem yet. But I have I got a 20-year-old, a 25-year-old, a 28-year-old, and a 31-year-old. So I haven't quite got there yet.
Genevieve says, say it loud. I have constitutional rights and AO do our children. Oh, and so do our children. My children have the constitutional right to do what I tell them to do. Plain and simple.
I made my children read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights from cover to cover, and then I quizzed them on it nonstop.
Really?
Oh, yeah. What? We have probably 3 or 4 copies of the Constitution in our library.
Okay.
I made them learn it.
I told mine you can't fix stupid. Mary.
Not even with duct tape. Not even kidding. Sorry.
Well, I'm very proud of my kids. Very proud of them.
Me too. Me too. My kids come out all right.
I have a few hiccups every now and then, but for the most part, they're good.
Oh, Nana, you and I have had our moments, and we will have a few more before it's over with any luck.
Oh, I was talking about with the kids. I've had a few hiccups with the kids, but it's come out all right.
Oh, yeah. But imagine what our mamas think of us.
Oh, honey, I was my mama's angel.
Oh, Lord, I was not. I was not my mama's angel.
I was a good kid.
I was a really good kid until I was 13, and then, well, yeah, no, wasn't a good kid anymore. I already told you the story behind that one, though.
My dad used to say, if you can't fix it, duck it. There you go, Tina.
There you go.
If you can't fix it, duck it. Yes, we have sort of gotten off chat, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, the horrors. I'm sorry. It's okay.
Sometimes we do that on these pop-up lives. Oh, Versi, hello, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Versi. Is tonight the night, Versi, that you're going to come up on chat? Tina, you're supposedly an educated woman, correct? Yes. Without anybody saying anything, well, not like they can actually say anything. Read her last name and say it.
Versi DeRossi.
The what?
Versi DeRossi. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Evidently not, but you're siding with John Davis.
I don't know. It's either DeRossit or DeRossi.
DeRossit. That's what I vote for. But Versi says that John's right.
All right. So I said it right. DeRossi.
Yes, you did.
Aw. French class paid off. At least I learned something. Okay, so I only got a B+ in French, all right? Don't crucify me.
Versi, are you going to come up? We all will have our moments with our kids, but I have great kids. Oh, well, I'm happy for you, Robin. I'm happy. Everybody's kids are great kids at one time or another in their life. I mean, they really are. I don't know too many people that walk around saying, "Oh, I am right. Oh, I'm right. I'm right." So you were
So
wrong.
it is Dorothy.
Yes.
Aw, suck an elf. Oh man.
Did you say suck an elf?
I did. I
would love for John Davis
Okay.
to come on panel too, but he's not in here.
I better explain. That is a terrible expression I learned from a troll off of the movie The 10th Kingdom. If you guys have not seen The 10th Kingdom, you have got to watch it. But
Tina,
what?
you are a woman. You know what that means.
Yeah. And you'd have to watch the movie to understand where the expression come from.
Well, that might be true, but I can just imagine suck an elf. Think about it, Tina.
I know that. All right. I want John Davis to, what does that say? Come on, panel. I'm having a hard time reading that.
He's hilarious.
Well, call him and put him on panel.
I can't just like call him up, guys. Well, I mean,
Why not?
I can. Well,
I was going to say, why not?
He's probably in bed.
Oh gosh, that's right. I'm like, it's only 5:30. And why would he be in bed? I forget you guys are way ahead of me. Is that I will never get used to that, Nana. Especially when I'll text you at night and I realize it's 1 a.m. her time. And then I feel bad.
Hang on one second, guys. Evidently, John texted me a while ago.
Let's see. My kids, hang on. Mary Lister says, my kids are older than Tina's kids. I'm going to pray for you. Thank you, Mary. Now, my baby just turned 20 in June, so.
I told him you guys were chanting for him. Yeah, all my kids are older than her kids too, trust me. I blame the government for schools being dumbed down. Arizona's governor said schools can hire people without teaching credentials to teach. Do what?
Same in Oklahoma. There is such a massive shortage of school teachers. Even like in Alaska, just to be a substitute teacher here, you do not have to have a Class C credential, which is a teaching credential. It's one of those things. You can be you can't be a teacher, but you can be a substitute teacher. And because teachers are so short in supply, that substitute teaching here is almost a full-time job. There's a massive shortage. But if you're going to pay a school teacher $35,000 a year, that's the same wage they were earning when I was in high school. We're talking, I graduated in 91. I think in 20, 30 some odd years, I don't know. You would think raises would have gone up, and even tenured teachers are not making more than about $50,000 a year. That is not enough to live on. You're spending more than that just to get the credentials.
Okay, John Davis, wake up. You read the screen. Do you read the screen? I'm told to wake you up and get you up on panel. They're chanting your name. Yes, I understand I'm a bad Nana, but I've used that picture before and you've not griped about it. If it will make you happy, I will change that picture. It's not a big deal. But get your butt
Is he
up
listening to you?
Yeah, he's in chat.
Nana, is he actually? John, get your behind up here.
See, we're all family around here, John. We don't ask anymore. We just tell you, get on up here.
Do we have to literally start chanting? I was a cheerleader once. You don't want that to happen.
John, you don't want her to start chanting, do you? You got to come up. Thank you for coming in. First time you seen it? Oh, no, I've used it before, but it's not a picture of them. It's that cartoon type picture thing. That's the only reason I use it. And you had to watch the video.
Okay,
Come on
Lisa Renee started it. John.
Oh, jeez. They want you up here, John. See, everybody's telling you to take it. I don't know how to come up. Oh, you don't know how to come up? Well, Bercy, we're going to have to teach you how to come up. Just grab the link that I slung down for John Davis, too. I'm sure John would like
Come
to see
on,
you.
John. John, I'm going to start cheering, John. You ain't going to like it.
It'll walk you through it, Bercy. There he is. Hello, John Davis.
John!
Everybody's happy you're here, John. Are you here, John? John.
John.
Oh, hell.
Are you here now?
Thought it was going to start repeating. Can you hear me?
No. Yeah, we can hear you now. Absolutely. They were literally chanting your name. And I was like, he's probably in bed. And they started saying, wake him up. They really wanted you in here. Can you hear me? John.
What's it doing?
I don't know what it's doing. He's having technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Damn it.
You can't hear us?
No, I can hear y'all. It just keeps repeating everything I say.
Oh.
Then turn off whatever devices are causing it.
He tried that the other day. There's nothing. He's turned everything off. He doesn't know what's causing it. We want the funny or the grumpy John Davis. He's hilarious. They don't care.
Hold on, man.
Okay.
I'm going to try to come back. Give me a minute.
He is one of the funniest people I know. He really is. Well, at least you get you get to be on panel with John Davis.
Well, it's like I hear all these people talking, and I watch their videos, and you don't actually get to talk to them. So it's kind of neat. I thought I was going to have to start cheering for him. I think my pom-pom's in her box downstairs somewhere.
Oh, no. Everybody thinking John's like John. Beetlejuice. Say his name 3 times and he appears. Okay, everybody, say John's name 3 times and see if he comes back.
John! John! John!
Nope, didn't work.
It didn't work.
Charlie, why is he mad at you? See, we're having, when he gets going, Lord help us. Yes. Do you guys know, y'all seen the video that I put out earlier today? The picture on the front of it for the thumbnail, that's what he's fussing at me about. Polk County. Here we go. Lisa said, John.
Beetlejuice.
You'd have freaked out if he'd have popped up there.
He must be having trouble.
He is. But we'll wait on him. We don't care. He can pop in anytime. He knows that. He said I cheated on him. I was nodding some other channel. Oh, Charlie, how could you? You are to be ashamed of yourself, Charlie. Shouldn't he be ashamed of himself, Tina? Wave. He can't see my finger. Wave your finger at him for me. Not like that, like a mad mother.
At Charlie?
Yes, he did a bad thing.
What did he do?
He cheated on John with another channel.
Shame on you, Charlie.
There you go.
Good, Charlie. Good, Charlie. Good, Charlie.
Oh, Lord. Oh, you were modding, not nodding? He put nodding.
I think we lost John. Where did John go?
He's still working on his thing. Uh-oh. Careful, JSB might come in repeating threes.
Oh, the horrors. You want to bring that stuff up in here? I'm the wrong girl to do it with, just saying.
Yeah, he mods. Charlie mods for me, Robin, but he was my mod, and I gave him to John. John is nodding. Oh, John's just having troubles. Oh, well, come on, guys. Give us something to talk about now.
Well, I
give
think
them
everybody's
something
waiting
to
on
talk
John.
about. They probably are. My viewers, and they like John better. My heart's broken.
Now we just got to call Don B and tell him to get in here. We'll turn it into a real circus.
That's what Emma said the other day. We had John Davis and Emma was up here, and she said, "Now if we just had John or Don B, we'd have the whole family together."
Right? Right? Oh man. Nah. Lots going on. There's a lot of people that are kind of going off on JSB, but I just, she's not going to stop doing what she does unless people stop watching her. And as long as she has viewers, it will continue. And as long as it continues, people will continue to complain. So,
Thank you guys for saying you love me. I love you guys too.
Go away. Huh?
Right. Oh, everybody's telling me they love me. And I said, I love them too. No, honey,
What's
I still
not to love?
Tina and I were talking about that today, and I still have not heard from her. I don't know where she's at.
Yeah. I don't know.
You've never watched JSB at all?
I think I caught like a few minutes of it. I just couldn't. When you have to listen that hard to understand it, just.
Yeah. John likes watching her, though. He can understand every word she says.
Does he have the bottle of ibuprofen to go with it?
Right, John Davis?
I'll be damned.
Well, maybe, but it's not for me to judge. Hi, John.
Who this is? What? Yeah, that's fine. Why? Why do you ask, Charlie? John really likes. Oh, John really likes Jim Terry. Oh. Why
like a toothache.
Charlie? Is there something up? Okay, well, let me know, Charlie, if there's a problem. John's in the house.
Hi, John. Can you hear us?
He's trying to work on that. It's the echoing in his phone.
Bear with me.
What we are, we're not going nowhere. Trust me. We called to wake your ass up to get you up here, so we ain't going nowhere. Does anybody think Damien will make it through basic training? Because I don't. LOL. It shows that JS has pampered him his whole life. Well, I don't know. He might.
There's what Brent? He's going Army, right?
I don't know. Hello, Patriot. Oh, that's who said that he likes. Did you see what Patriot 1-2 said about you, John? They said that you really, really like Jim Terry. Tina, you know who Jim Terry is, right?
Yeah, John likes Jim Terry like anybody likes a hole in the head.
Yeah.
No, that I heard that conversation and I just was astounded at the level of arrogance. Yeah, that I lack words for that. Sorry. And the thing is he is not registered as a private investigator. In my musings and digging, huh?
In Mississippi, he is.
Actually, he's not, and I found out why. I did some digging, and I found out that in the state of Mississippi, you do not have to have a license to be a private investigator. You do not have to have a degree to be a private investigator. But if you're going to be a private investigator, all that you have to have is a business license so you can legally charge people for what you really don't know. So, yeah, I dug into that. In fact, that was the same night that John got into the tip with him. I'm like, I wonder who this guy really is. So I started digging a bit, and that's what I found out. Mississippi, you don't have to have a license to be a private investigator. You can just wake up one morning, drink your coffee, and say, oh, I think I'll do this today. Go spend $25, buy a business license. You're in business. Congratulations, you're a PI. Not even kidding.
And you can be a felon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, he is not really a private investigator. At least not a credible one.
To answer the question earlier, guys, I just seen it.
Nana,
And I do. What, babe?
I want to see if y'all can identify this sound. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Ready.
Did you hear it?
No.
Oh, shit. Oh, never mind then.
No, do it again.
Do it again.
You can only open a beer once, Nana.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. No.
I heard something, but it wasn't loud enough to hear it. I was just wanting you to do it again so I could make sure what it was.
Give me a couple minutes and I'll let you hear it again.
Okay.
Slow your roll, John.
Whoever it was that was asking me a while ago what Don B was doing, and I said I don't have a clue. I just seen that he put a video up, and he's announcing something is going on at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Again?
Huh? No, he announced there's something going on at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I don't know.
8 o'clock a.m. or p.m.?
PM, I think's what he said.
Tomorrow?
His time.
Yeah. Y'all want me to play it? It's just like 2 seconds long.
8 o'clock.
Well, didn't you just basically tell us?
Well, yeah.
So what we got to play it for?
We don't have to play it, John. I said, do you want me to play it? Because I don't know if it's negative. Hi, Brandy.
That's military for no, Nana.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Ask Jody Sue. She's a, what was she calling herself the other day? A military mom.
Oh, Lord. She ain't no darn military mom until he gets out of basic training.
I'm a military mom. I got 2 kids that serve.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Tell them thank you.
It's
No, I'm serious.
It's a stressful job.
You've seen the American flag in the background of every video I make. I'm all patriot. I really mean it when I say thank you.
Tina has been waiting to get to be on panel with you, John Davis.
Tina who?
The lady above you.
Oh, hi,
Woodward.
Tina.
John.
How you doing, John Davis True Crime? How's it going?
It's going really good. It's finally nice to finally meet you. I watch tons of your videos and stuff, but I always catch when you're on, but I'm like, you'd be a lot of fun to actually talk to.
Well, thank you.
Well, that I caught you because apparently you had a sister that wasn't really your sister that was saying she was your sister. And then that kind of turned into a joke. So I thought it was funny. My father's name is John Davis. I was born a Davis.
Oh, you're a maiden Davis?
Yes.
Yep. My dad's name is John. So I thought,
That's
No,
two dudes.
John Davis.
Hey, that's two badasses, That's two badasses, that's named John.
Actually, I have a grandfather named John Oliver, an uncle named Samuel John, and another uncle named John Roger. So, and then a brother named Jonathan. John is a family name. So in every little bunch in our family, there's at least one John. At least one.
There's a lot of John.
There are. Yeah, that's a family name. So I thought that was really cool because when I first heard your name, that was like John Davis. I turned it on because of the name, because it's one of my family names. So I was like, I wonder. That's how I actually got to watching your videos.
Did you?
Brandy says, I know, Tina, you're in our lives a lot. I haven't noticed. Or I know you, Tina. You're in our lives a lot. I have noticed.
I hope that's a good thing.
Hell yeah, it's a good thing.
All right, good. And if that's Brandy, your wife, right?
Yes.
Brandy, if you're listening, you are stunning. You are so beautiful. Wow.
Oh,
She's a pretty lady. You got yourself a keeper there, John.
Yes, ma'am.
He's 40 something. She's only 28. Can you imagine that?
Oh, the heartbreaking horror. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
My stepmom is the same age I am, so I mean,
she's Elizabeth Taylor reincarnated, is what she is.
Only a whole lot more intelligent. I'm telling you.
Yes. No, she's really that. I lied when I said she's 28. Okay, I'm not going to say what her age is, but I'm just saying he is not a cradle robber.
We're just going to hold her at 28 because she
Nana.
looks it.
I wasn't trying to insult you, John. I was just trying to give Brandy, she looks that good.
Hey, that peckerhead Jim Terry said that she was my mom. How stupid is that?
He's just jealous because he can't get somebody that looks like Brandy.
I'm serious. How stupid is that, though?
He's just jealous.
Yeah,
it's not even funny. It's just dumb. Everybody knows Brandy does not look older than me.
No, honey, she don't. That's why we're saying he said it because he can't get somebody that looks as good as Brandy. That's why he was putting her down.
And he was wanting to come on one of my lives and talk shit like that. I was like, dude, you wouldn't last 5 seconds in one of my chats talking shit about Brandy because she is more popular than me on our channel. And them women will lay into your ass, son.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And I think he thought that's what he's going to do. And I was like, that won't last no time.
John, you made me crack up a new bottle of Southern Comfort with you little beer tab. Did you read it?
You made me crack a new bottle of Southern. Okay.
With your little beer tab.
Oh, that's my buddy, Patriot 1-2. Me and him email a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brandy. Brandy really is 28. And John is 40 something.
Well, Brandy's 28, John's 32.
Okay, John can be 32 then. But Brandy says I'm right. She's 28.
Brandy's full of shit.
Hey.
Brandy's upstairs also. That's why I can say that.
Brandy's upstairs? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It don't take long to get down a set of stairs with a frying pan, John.
Frying pans are down here. I'm going out the kitchen if she was.
Charlie says he's 21.
Well, shit,
Oh,
Charlie,
my
that'd make me like not going to be born for 10 years.
This is awesome. Oh wow.
Chuck, I think you're the elder of the group, ain't you? Or is Nana?
He's all right, John. He says that you're mad at him because he was cheating on you. Is that true?
Yes, I found out he was sleeping with Ernie.
Huh? You just now figured that out?
I figured it out the other day.
Look at his name. Look at his name.
Charlie K. What the hell is that? What?
The lightning bolt and the tiger. Or is that a tiger now? It was a tiger the other day.
What does that mean?
Anybody that supports Ernie Shell has a tiger by their name, just like my people are starting to get angels beside their name.
Oh, well, that's the corniest shit I ever heard of in my life. Ernie should have a hockey mask by his.
You think so?
Yeah, because he's a thief.
Patriot 1-2 says Patriot 1-2 says I'm 67 going on 18. Okay, he says, Charlie says, John, I love you, my brother. I'm glad you're not mad at me anymore.
I wasn't ever mad at him. I was shocked that he was modding for Earn Dog, but I wasn't mad.
Now, are we talking about the same Ernie as in Ernie Shell who?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Ernie.
Got it.
Same dude.
No, from him in a bit. What's going on?
Wow,
Mary says she's the oldest. Rockin' Robin says it's a tiger. What did I say it was? Did I say it was a leopard or a lion?
Looks like a crouched monkey to me.
Actually, looking at it now, not the other day, but now it looks like it's a little red frog.
Man, it don't look a damn thing like a frog.
I don't have my glasses on. To me, it looks like a damn frog.
I'm surprised you can spot it without your glasses.
I know
I can't see it at all. So.
Rocky Top says, be nice, John. Brandy said, John, be nice? Are you kidding?
I didn't realize I wasn't being nice.
I don't know. That's the one I saw the other day. That one.
Ugh.
I can't see what it is.
It's a tiger. Looks like Tony the Tiger's face.
I still don't understand how Ernie is a tiger.
Patriot says it looks like a fried Spam sandwich.
Oh, gross.
How Ernie is because he uses Eye of the Tiger for his theme song.
No.
Yeah, he does.
No, that's wrong on far too many levels.
And he's got a beautiful, tiger thing in his background.
I tell you,
does he
even
make videos anymore?
Does he make? I don't think he ever made videos. He just goes live.
Dude, I wanted to find out about Andrew Hiltz, right? So I typed in his name, and an Ernie video come up. And I was like, all right, good. Ernie's interviewed Andrew. I can just take notes and see what they said and then start making fun of Andrew, right?
Right.
Well, the video starts out, and Ernie's got him a selfie stick. And I swear to God, I have never seen a man admire himself as much as Ernie Shell. That shit went on for a solid hour. I fast forwarded, and every time I'd stop, I'd be like, surely by now. Nope. Still him. Selfieing himself, walking around this building. And I never heard shit about Andrew because I couldn't take it.
Well, why didn't you go look at my interview with Andrew?
I reckon it didn't pop up, Nana, because or I probably would have. This was been 6 months ago.
Oh,
Did
well,
you have one?
no, I talked to him the other day when I had shit crime stories obsessed on. He came on right after her, and then he was in chat the other night when I was doing the list, and he asked why his name was on that list, and I explained it to him. I said because the trip of the 2020, everybody thinks that he's responsible for Summer, so we either have to say he is or rule him out. I asked him to come up, and he couldn't. And then I asked him, did he have a gag order on him about anything? And he said yes, on Hunter and Allie. He's not allowed to say anything about Hunter or Allie.
Yeah, but I bet that ain't got shit to do with Summer.
I don't know.
I bet it's got something to do with Allie losing the kids and whatever is going on with that.
Right.
I would see, and that's what I don't understand is, wouldn't before Hunter would go to CPS, wouldn't he go to Andrew? Are they trying to say Hunter went too?
Well, no, not with this open investigation going on. They can't leave the state, just like the boys can't leave the state. Because everybody's saying, well, why don't their family get them? Nobody's going to get those boys until this case is settled. They're not even going to see any family until this case is settled. But it's the same with Hunter. They can't send him out of state until all of
Okay,
this is
well
settled.
then how come Grandma can roam the whole United States then? Because you would think if they couldn't, she damn sure couldn't.
Well, the last time I
How is
asked that,
she go state to state like it ain't shit?
well, the last time I asked that question, I got basically
And why-
run out of town.
I don't buy that shit. I don't think there is no gag orders out. I think Andrew and Allie's is all tied up between them in custody. I don't think anybody else has a problem leaving the state.
He didn't say that it had anything to do with Summer. He just said that was the only two things he wasn't allowed to talk about.
By whom?
Why? And I'm
Who
telling
is
you
he
why.
not allowed to talk?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to ask him. He didn't.
See,
come up.
that's the thing, is a gag order is a legal statement. It's a legal court order, or it's an issue put out by a police department. Who told him he can't talk is the question. That's what I wanted to know the other night when it came up.
Probably
I
the
would
foster-
doubt anybody has, because I tell you what, that would be an easy out for him to quit answering why he told Hunter that he was a mistake and all that shit. Now, wouldn't it?
Charlie, we
Well, I
get
can't
that.
talk about none of that because I'm under a gag order. Andrew's full of shit. I don't believe that. I think if there's a possibility somebody could be, it's Allison.
I don't know.
When it comes to the Summer, I think Allison could be, because has she said shit recently?
Nobody has. Almost all of the witnesses and everybody from the beginning forward are silent, strangely.
Oh, and
So-
John Davis, I know you don't watch him, or I don't think you do, but you did hear about Johnny B. Live, right?
What about him?
Yeah.
About him being the new channel, and he was going to get to the bottom of stuff and all that, right? He
Yeah.
made phone calls. And yeah, Johnny B. Live on YouTube no more.
Good.
He is not on YouTube anymore.
Good.
His channel got removed.
Good.
Yeah, Tina said this morning, she said, squealing with delight.
I know. I was like, yeah.
Tina couldn't stand him from the get-go.
Oh, that's
I'm
the
sorry.
biggest dumbass I've ever seen in my life. All he's doing was wasting their time.
Yeah. And endangering their lives. And that's what angered me, is that when you take federal agents and police officers and you elicit things like their names, and you just little details, because he kept trying to be so flirty, it really bothered me, because then he was airing that live. It was being run live and people were seeing it on videos, and that puts those people in danger. And that wasn't cool. That was, you don't put officers in danger, and that's what he was doing.
Good night, Mary. We love you, hon.
I've seen about 10 seconds
Night,
of him,
Mary.
and that was 10 seconds too long. Mary, good night.
You know who that is, right, John? Mary.
Who?
That's Remain Calm.
Remain calm. We're still praying for our daughter.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, John, we've been waiting all night.
On what?
You to be funny.
Oh, man, I've explained this to you about 50 damn times.
that
I guess
was
this
it.
is going- I guess it's getting ready to
You
be
can't do funny on
51.
demand.
Well, thank you.
That wasn't me. That was them. That's why they wanted me to wake you up. They
To
didn't-
tell me, wake me up and be like, John, be funny for us.
Yeah, that's basically what they said. Yes, you can go back through the chat and read it. I promise you, on a Bible. It wasn't me. It was them.
Hey, check out Lisa Renee.
Who is John?
That's a burn, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll give you some lotion for that burn, Lisa Renee.
if
What did
she's
Patriot
quite
say?
serious, somebody might want to explain.
Oh no, she's not. She's a sub over there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you have to get used to these people. There was a woman, her name is Suzette Brown. She came in here and she started bad mouthing John and talking bad about his channel one day, and everybody was going off. We were literally about to boot her out of this chat. And then she reminded me that she was one of John's subs. And that she loved John to death.
She thought I was there, right?
Yeah, she thought that John was in the chat. And
Oh,
he
she was just
wasn't.
razzing him.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we took her serious until I remembered that they had went at it before. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, we had her on panel the other night, didn't we, Nana?
Yeah. Nana7 says, John Davis, come on up on panel.
Okay, give me a minute.
Okay.
All right, go. I'm up.
Everybody was chanting your name 3 times a while ago to try to get you to show up like Beetlejuice.
It didn't
Well,
work.
I tell you what, every one of y'all can kiss my ass for acting like I respond to Beetlejuice.
They weren't saying Beetlejuice. They were saying John. John.
Yeah,
John.
I get that, Nana, but I'm not like Beetlejuice. I'm just going to appear after you chant my name.
Well, they wanted you to. You are to feel flattered.
Apparently,
really-
it works. I'm here, ain't I?
Exactly. Of course, Tina was getting so desperate. She actually said, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And I said, you'd have felt awful funny if you'd have popped up there.
Yes,
Boom.
I would have.
What do you need?
Oh, jeez.
It's
We
not what
love
I
you.
need, honey. It's what your adoring audience needs.
Yes.
They
yes.
need to.
We love you, John, and you know that. And that's why we just adore you and your personality.
I heard Damien left for the Marine Corps. He left last week. Yep, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, we pretty much all heard that.
The Marine Corps?
I guess.
Oh, good luck.
Oh, hell, he ain't never making it through boot camp in the Marine Corps. I'm surprised he ain't home already.
Lisa, are you going to bed, honey? Good night. We love you. Thank you for showing up.
Good night, Lisa Renee.
Unless you're telling somebody else good night. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, John, have you heard about any of the 3 subjects that we were actually supposed to be talking about?
I doubt it, Nana. Every time I come over here, I hear something.
Okay, the 3 girls that were found in the pond in Texas.
No.
Okay, there was 3 girls found in a pond in Texas,
Mhm.
less than 200 feet away from the trailer. They were with a babysitter while mom was at work, and the pond was fenced in with a locked gate. The children were 5, 8, and 9, and all 3 girls were in the pond. Gone, passed.
I'd have to see that fence and stuff.
The
Yeah.
second one is the little girl from Alabama.
That shoot through the ropes.
Yes, she was actually abducted from another area, which they don't want to release the area that she was abducted from, and brought to that trailer. And then she escaped. And after she escaped, the next day is when that guy unalived the mother and son that was there, which was his girlfriend. And she actually lived in the trailer. The little girl did not belong to her.
Oh, those were the 2 dead bodies?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
there's been no missing persons report filed on the 12-year-old.
She's 12?
Yeah. She was held for a week. She was abducted on July 24th.
You know, there was a little girl that's missing from Knoxville that went missing on the 13th of June, 2 days before Summer's 1 year thing.
No, I didn't know that.
Swear, I want to say that was her age.
Huh. Okay, and then we have an entire family.
Hold on. I got to pull this up on the laptop because I want to give her a shout out because I don't think nobody's heard of this girl, and that ain't right.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't.
Go ahead, speak amongst yourselves. I have to walk upstairs to get my laptop.
Oh, okay.
My goodness. At least Renee did go to bed. I guess she said goodnight. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Charlie
There's too many
K.
missing kids.
Yes, there is. Charlie K says, OMG, the Marine Corps, holy heck. Oh,
Yeah,
Good
no.
luck to him.
Yeah, good luck to him. And you know, the military would be good for him.
I was going to say, this could be a good thing because, I mean, even kids who come from rough parents can turn out really good. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's
not a death
apple
sentence.
doesn't fall far from the tree, but apples can be polished. I hate to use the expression, but they really can.
Oh,
And maybe this will be good for him.
thank you, Sally. Sally says she got her angel to put next to her name.
Aw.
Thank
See, I got to figure out how you guys do that. I don't even know how to do that.
Nana, I feel left out, so let me have one too. Aww.
What?
You
He
and
wants
Tina
angel
over
too,
just
Nana.
geeking over it. Aww.
It's sweet. It shows
It is
that they
sweet.
support me.
Okay, I think that we either need to have stars or American flags to be John Davis supporters.
Which would you choose, John? Stars or
No.
American flags?
John Davis, I got a little Zeke emoji I want everybody to use. That'll be ours.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
Zeke
sorry.
is his
Oh, my
ferret.
God.
Zeke
Yes,
is
you're a
the ferret.
huge fan, ain't you?
Well, she works a lot, John.
John,
Well,
I
she
get to
said she
watch
watches my videos all. Well, I'm sorry, I apologize because Zeke ain't never been in a video.
I was gonna say, I don't get to watch all of them, but I do get to watch a lot. Usually, like on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, Ask Nana. I don't get to YouTube nothing. I'm lucky if I can squeeze in a 5-minute phone call with her because of what I do. So my real world life is incredibly complex. And so, like right now, my house is empty, which never happens. So I get to do this with Nana because she was on the phone with me. So once in a while, actually on Tuesday, before I had my little accident, I planned on doing another live with Nana over talking about just funny things that we say and why we say them. And that was based around a whole nother thing we were talking about that morning. But sometimes Nana and I will plan something and then my life gets in the way. So It's really hard. So she caught me just coming in the door from shopping. I did a bit of shopping. And she's like, I wish you were home. And I said, well, I am pulling in the driveway now. And she goes, oh, good, because then we could do a live. And I was, of course, starving. I said, give me 30 minutes. And so ran upstairs, raided the kitchen, got ready. So, but yeah, so I try to watch you guys' videos as much as I can. But there are times when I'm a whole week. And so I have to tell Nana, I need to catch up, or can you catch me up? And so...
Zeke is a ferret.
Zeke is a ferret.
Yes.
Okay, so put a picture of your ferret up. Is there like a
That's what he said.
what's
He's
it,
got an emoji for it.
how do you
And
get
Brandy-
that though? That's the thing.
Brandy has a message for you, John Davis.
What?
Look on the screen.
How have I been being mean to our subscribers?
Get him, Brandy. Oh, here's one for you, John.
I didn't think he was watching.
Patriot said, how about a little red devil?
Wow. All y'all just turning on me. It's amazing.
Nana, you
No,
know this morning when you told me, I'm sorry to interrupt,
Go
but
ahead.
you know this morning when you told me that I needed to learn to sugarcoat things?
Yes.
I just figured it out. It's got to be a Davis thing, whether we're related or not. It's got to be the name, because I was born a Davis, and I've yet to meet a Davis that knows how to sugarcoat anything.
Oh,
It's
and
gotta
she
be
That's
got-
the damn truth.
John, she said, Tina, you're supposed to be nice to Tina.
Oh, honey, he's fine. He's got to be nice to you.
No, the first time I ever met Tina, Brandy, I had actually seen her put something in chat or on a video or something, and I had asked her opinion about something, and she responded, but it came through in the middle of the night because at the time I didn't know that we were opposite daylight and dark. And I woke up and checked my messages, and I took it very, very badly. And I texted her back exactly what I thought of her and told her, if you don't like it, go get your own channel. And that's how we became friends. And she's like,
Well, she did too. She's just like, she let me have it. I'm like, okay.
she's like, look, I was just telling you my degrees so that you would understand I knew what I was talking about.
Damn.
I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oops.
I can't
I
even remember what it was over now.
I can't either, but I remember it was something I was asking your opinion about.
Yeah, it was a technical type thing, and Lord. But yeah, that's a heck of a way to meet someone.
Nana7 says, I'm related to Davises and they have no filter.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be the name. So
I think John is a very sweet person. I don't know where y'all get
He is.
that.
Thank you, Nana.
he is. Just he's very direct, and that's what I like about him. He doesn't pull punches or coat things or water it down, and that's what one of the things I appreciate about his channel is that he's just like, you know what, this is how it is. People deal with it or go
Right.
away, and that's I appreciate that approach. I really do. So in this house, if you're going to get something sugar coated, you better be wearing a diaper or go buy a donut because
Right.
yeah.
BB and E says, hi, Brandy Davis. My hubby is like John, never a dull moment.
No.
Brandy, I'm going to need your assistance since you're listening. I'm having trouble with Messenger. I think you might have to come down here and fix this.
That's code talk for Brandy. I screwed up.
Nana, you got your Facebook page yet?
Oh, no, I haven't. I forgot. I did click on it, but it wouldn't go to it when it posted it on your community tab. I clicked on it then, and it didn't go to it. So,
That ain't got shit to do with what I asked, Nana.
what you said? Did I go to you look at your Facebook page?
I said if you got you a Facebook
Oh,
page
no.
yet.
No, just my real one. You want to create me one?
I'll create you one.
Well, create me one.
It's got to be attached to your Facebook, Nana.
There's one thing, I can create it, but I ain't gonna run the damn thing for you.
Well, dang.
God, I gotta find this girl's name or it's going to kill me.
Hello.
You're still
Okay,
looking at
Chris. How are things going in Kentucky, sweetheart?
read that.
I
Well, you're
can't believe
welcome. Huh?
I can't believe nobody in the chat has said it. That makes me think nobody knows about this girl, and that's horrible.
I've not heard anything about a missing girl from Knoxville.
So a girl went missing June 13th, just before summer's first year, from Knoxville. Is that what you're saying?
Hold on.
If you look on missing and exploited children, it'll allow you to put in certain parameters and dates, and you can probably bring her up by date, city, all that, and maybe find her that way.
Yeah.
The missing and exploited is, if she's in there, it's like a search engine with filters and everything else. It's kind of cool how it works.
It looks like she's. If it's the same one, looks like she was found, John.
That ain't that one.
What do you want me to do now?
And what's this? The TBI said that hundreds of kids go missing out of Tennessee.
Man, I'm going to mute for a second, so I'm not going anywhere. Just hold on.
Okay. What, Tina?
No, I said the TBI had said something about that hundreds of kids go missing every year out of Tennessee. What is that all about? Why so many out of one state?
You tell me, because half of them are normally from foster cares.
Yeah.
Tina.
And a lot of it's like.
Literally. In the beginning of 2021, they started I forget what they call it, but it was a program. They got together the TBI, the FBI, and a couple of other people, right? Agencies. And they had a list. I believe the list, and don't quote me on this, but I believe the list had like 278 kids on it, right? That were missing from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They, in 2 months' time, from the beginning of January to the end of February, they located 150 of those children. And we're not talking just in Tennessee. They located them all over the United States. Some had been trafficked. Some were just runaways. Some were this, some were that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they located 150 of those kids all over the United States. First of all, if they can locate 150 kids from all over the United States and bring them back home to Tennessee in 2 months.
Why can't they find Summer?
Why can't they find a 5-year-old? But take into consideration, out of this 150 that they found, 90 of them were in state's custody.
Wow. Wow.
So you tell me why there's 100 to 150 go missing every year.
And now they're sending kids home. You had said, someone said they're just starting to send them home indiscriminately because there's no foster homes.
There's
or
no
care
foster
centers
homes.
or care homes.
There's no money to pay anybody to take care of them. So they are
I knew about the money problem, but
they're getting the orders of do whatever it takes to get them home, as long as they do not have the abuse of any kind, the drugs in the home, or the S abuse.
good grief.
But I mean, like I put in that video, what do you expect them to do? They can't just stick all these kids in a big warehouse and just leave them to their own devices. I mean,
found
if
it,
there's
man.
Okay, what's her name?
Okay. She's got a tricky name, so everybody bear with me. It's Ariana Shagabaria. 12 years old, brown hair.
We were talking about that one, Nana.
Have I?
Like a month ago, we were talking about it.
This
Really?
is the girl that disappeared on June 13th.
She's still missing.
No, she disappeared out of Kingsport.
Okay, I could have been wrong on that, but anyway, this is the girl we want to bring attention to.
Right, and she disappeared May 30th.
May 30th. Yeah.
Yes, it was May 30th. The first report went out on May 30th.
Was she still missing?
I don't know. I haven't checked back on it. But yes,
If you
I
look
did
on
do a
missing
video.
exploited children, it should tell you. With any luck, anyway.
Well, I mean, now that I got her name, I'll type it in. If she's been found, I'm sure we'll know about it. But I don't think she has. And her name is Ariana Shavaria. Aaryiana. I'm guessing that's Ariana, right?
I'm thinking
Yeah.
maybe she might be one of those fake kids because I got 2 other different names for her. Shavaria was the last name.
This is from Thunder Sky Studio.
What's a fake for?
That Gracie Robinson kid that I was doing a thing on, and come to find out they had turned in a fake report. That little girl was not
Jesse
missing.
was here.
It might be. We'll have to research.
Yeah, it might be, since you're saying the dates is different than what the thing I've seen says.
Right, I had
God,
3
that's
different.
awful, man. That pisses me off if that's what it is.
I had 3 different dates to begin with, and 2 or 3 different names for her. And then I did some more research, and the earliest missing report was on May 30th. It was sort of like midnight, so it was May 30th, June 1st, and that's why 2 of the dates didn't coincide, because
See, this one says it's the 13th.
Oh, if you're wrong, somebody will point it out.
There's 76 comments on here. Let me look.
And see, JLR was reporting that she went missing on the same day as the vigil.
That's what I was thinking. As well.
The what is it? What is it? Aztec wolf or white wolf or whatever he is.
I tell you what, there are 76 comments on here. And apparently there's 76 more people that got fooled by it if it's not real. Because all these people seem to believe it is. I don't know. Do you think it's... I don't know, man. I hate to think that it might be and we don't mention it.
Okay. She went missing out of Kingsport, right?
We need to go. Do you know how to do the Google image search where you take the picture and search it?
Yeah, on my phone I can.
I'll tell you what, let me send the picture I got to you and do it.
Or you could just call Kingsport Police Department now.
Hey, John, you don't have to worry about it. A.F. Pennington's bitching about me using the artwork on my thumbnail.
Why?
She made that for the family.
Oh, I'm bitching about it too.
Well, I know, but not for the same reasons.
No, of course not. Oh, she's bitching because you used it.
Yeah, A.F. Pennington is the one that reads the letters for Dawn and Tim Mullen.
I know exactly who A.F. Pennington is, Nana.
That's okay. Don B got on there and said, I've never seen your artwork in a gallery. Shaking my head, LOL.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to start it. I don't want to piss a bunch of people off.
I will take it down because I told you I would take it down.
I just don't like their images being up, even though it is like animated and stuff. I just don't want them boys to be recognized by anybody. I want to give them the best chance there is at a fresh start.
Well, I didn't look at it like that, but then again, her artwork isn't that recognizable. But
I tell you, Nana, I think I have a soft spot for him because I know what it's like to be a young boy. And you think about being a young boy, your sister disappeared. Okay.
Yeah.
And think about this, even if they was to know something, think about being a little boy and going through that. And that's how your life starts.
Oh, I know.
And that's why I just don't want to I don't want anybody doing anything that makes them more visible to anybody.
Right. I agree with you, John. Thank you, Rocky Top, for becoming a member. Thank you, sweetheart. Really.
And I know you think I'm being an ass when I bitch about it, but I'm sorry. It's just the one damn thing that gets to me.
If I thought you were being an ass by bitching about it, I don't believe I would say, John, I'm going to take it down because you asked me to.
I just don't want you. I want you to understand the reason
I
behind it.
do understand. I understood the first time you ever came into my chat and said something.
I think about that all the time. I tell you, I don't think enough people think about them and how
They don't.
they're as big a victim as Summer is. All that
They're not the
dungeon
only victim,
scene,
though.
all that nasty shit, they grew up in that shit too.
They did.
They were around Jose and who God knows else doing whatever they were doing, and we all know they did a lot of weird shit. And you know, they need every advantage they could possibly get to make it.
Well, she couldn't have. I'm not ignoring what you're saying. I'm just commenting to this. She couldn't have copyrighted it too much, or YouTube would have grabbed it.
It can take up to 3 months to get a copyright too, so it depends on when she made it, and it's not cheap to copyright things.
Well,
just by
that's
putting
great.
a little T symbol next to it does not copyright something. Just because somebody puts that symbol there doesn't mean it's copyrighted.
What, John?
It has to be registered with the Copyright Patent Office.
It's gross to copyright it.
Right.
It's gross to make that video for Dawn, but make sure you get credits put in it. That tells me why you're making the video and it ain't for Dawn.
It ain't for Summer.
Hell no, it ain't for Summer. You seen the video.
I know.
You know who it's for. And all that bullshit. I'm not gonna get started because I'm gonna end up going off. I ain't much about that person either. Let's change people we're talking about. Let's talk about Jody Sue. I can be loose and funny about that because
Here we go. Let's talk about this one. I know who you're talking about discovering truth, and that is not a fact yet. That is hearsay from 3 parties. There's a person that saw a person that has reported back. It's not a fact. And supposedly the person's running from the camera in Mexico. They don't even have a picture of them yet.
Yeah, if I was in Mexico and somebody come up to me filming me, I'd probably run too.
Exactly.
You ever been to Mexico?
No.
I have. I've been to Tijuana, and I tell you what, that is a rough ass town.
Brandy, please tell John WJHL is still showing that young girl as missing. Thank you, and please.
Oh, they are.
I was trying to
talking about.
Yeah, I was trying to tell him that a minute ago, Robin, when you or somebody else posted it. And
WJHL ran her?
Huh? Yes.
Ariana?
Yes, WJHL ran it as she is still missing.
Oh, well, that settles it then. I believe them. Right?
Single mom, I don't know why you keep losing your wrench, but I'll give it back to you. You know I will.
Oh, single mom. Is that single mama 4?
Yeah.
Single mama 4. Thank you for becoming a member of JDTC.
Yeah, she is she was one of the first people on my channel.
Was she?
Yep. Her and Ditzy D, but I don't even know where Ditzy D is at no more. Her phone got cut off and I haven't talked to her since.
I don't even know who that is.
Here is the Kingsport report, John. Right there is the link. If you want to copy it.
Shit, I can't do all that. I'll hang up on you and everything else if I try doing it. So.
John, you see that?
What?
Single mom says, you're welcome, JDTC. You will owe me a wrench next time, LOL.
Oh, you can gladly have one. me and Brandy fired up a live the other day, man. We was rolling and we was like, damn, ain't no wrenches in here. I was like, Jim Terry is going to have a field day when he rolls up. I need more.
Well, Single Mom's a good one. She's like a mod for like 8 different channels. So
That's way too much screen time.
I've had members get mad at me for not giving them a wrench, but my thinking was always that, you know, if you're paying and stuff, I don't want to make you work too, you know. And I think a lot of people got pissed off at me over that. I'll gladly mod a member.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I felt guilty. I was like, I shouldn't make a mod. They're already, you know, subscribing and members.
She says she's working on college classes now. Well, good for you, Single Mom. I'm proud of you.
Damn right. She's doing forensic stuff too.
Sweet.
Right?
Oh, she cut a bunch of the channels that she mods for out for good reason. And Robin says, make her a wrench too.
The
So I don't know
real-
where you find time to do college and mod channels.
What?
Oh, I said I don't know where she finds time to do college and mod channels.
Yeah, that's the real Rockin' Robin.
Yeah.
She was my 100th sub or 1000th sub.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I wish you could see everybody that's subbed to you, don't you?
Yes, I do. But you can only see like the first 90 of them or something.
Well, if you can get them to brave up, you could always just have a live one night for the sole purpose of meeting the subs. If they want to come up on panel, drop a link, meet them for 2 or 3 minutes. Next person. Might be a fun thing to do.
I'll tell you now.
Hang on one second, John. Suzette, this is Tina Woodworth. She is a lady, her and her husband. Tina, do you care if I say this?
No.
Okay, just making sure after the talk we had today. Tina and her husband are ministers at a church in Alaska. And she's very educated, very smart lady, and she's a counselor also. And she is one of my mods and one of my best friends.
Thanks.
Nana,
What?
how you going to wait to now to let me know that we
I
got
knew
a
it.
preacher on the panel?
I knew it. Because
I've been
Tina,
sitting here acting up and everything else. And
because that was the talk we had earlier. Tina feels self-conscious because
Nana, I told you. Did I not tell you? Now who's getting my shaky finger?
she's self-conscious because people act different when they find out she's a preacher, and she don't like that.
Yep. John,
She would rather
okay,
people act themselves.
okay. I'm just gonna do this since I'm on screen, and I don't know how many people are in chat. Okay, just because we're pastors doesn't make us less human. I would rather people be themselves and be comfortable around me. It doesn't matter how educated I am or what I do for a living. Please be yourself, because it's really hard on people like us when we have to question what
Your
people mean towards
sincerity.
our.
Yeah.
We would rather have your sincerity and know who you really are, because every week we face people who they're suddenly buttoned up and buckled up and they're prim and proper, and it drives me nuts. So be yourself. What
Tina, hang
you
on.
do is between you and God,
Tina.
not you and me. Yes.
Tina, hang on. John put it this way. Earlier in the show, she said, suck a troll.
No, I said suck an elf.
Whatever.
At least I didn't swear, darn it.
That's
No,
the
we are
same
just-
thing.
We are just as normal as everyone else. It's just that our calling in life is to be in ministry, and I really, really love it. I love what I do. I love helping people. I love teaching. I'm also a musician. I lead worship. I play, I sing, I do all these things. I do have a degree, pretty piece of paper, yay me, no big deal. It doesn't change who I am. And so I would rather that you guys not change how you are around me, because it makes it hard on people when they find out who I am and what I do, because they suddenly get prim and proper and they put this mask on. I don't want your mask. I want to know who you are. I'm not here to judge you. I am not Jesus. I'm a Christian, but I'm not
I cuss in front
Jesus.
of her all the time. I cuss in front of her all the time and talk to her about sex and all kinds of stuff.
She really does. So just please be yourself.
She's a human. She's a woman first.
I'm a human
Nana.
being.
What?
What are you doing talking about sex?
Because I want
John
to have
David.
it.
Oh,
I have
my
4 children,
Lord.
honey. I know what it is.
You know he's talking about me talking about it, Tina.
Oh.
Who cares? Who cares?
Tina, this ain't got nothing to do with you. It's just flipping
It's
me
me.
out that man
Donna.
is talking about sex.
Oh, don't let it get to you. No, but
Oh,
yeah, John, please just be yourself. I would, and anybody else who's in the chat, please don't edit yourself for my sake. Be yourself.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
would much rather appreciate that. And like I said, if you want to turn this into a quick little sermonette, because I'm really good at preaching too.
No.
We are all
No,
Maine.
I was hoping you'd stop about 10 minutes ago with the don't change because I'm a preacher, but you're still at it.
Well, then let me just say this: we're
I
all
was
made
like,
in the
all
image
right,
of
man.
God, and you're just like Him, so we're good. Just be you.
I feel like you cleared it. You was like, y'all can just don't worry about it. So I was like, okay, I won't. And then you started preaching for 10 minutes, and I was like, yeah, she's a preacher, all right.
Preaching. That was
Tina.
talking. That wasn't preaching.
Tina, discovering the truth wants to know what kind of pastor you are and what religion.
Christian and Nilchik Assemblies.
What?
My church is the River of Life Assemblies.
Say that word.
Just Christian, Bible believing. Just Bible believing. That's it. No frills, no fuss, no muss. If it's between the pages and covers of my Bible, that's what we preach.
You know how I roll, Tina? I'm a big
your own?
fan. I'm a big fan of the 10 Commandments.
You and me both.
I think if everybody would structure their life around the 10 Commandments, they'd be successful.
Well, I agree.
I don't think you even need any of the rest of it if you would just follow the 10 Commandments. And I'm not saying that, you shouldn't be more into religion, but I'm saying if you did those, you'd be successful, and I think you'd be okay in God's eyes too.
Everybody's relationship between them and God is their own. No one has the right to judge that. That's between you and your maker. That's it.
Real rock and
judging relationship. I was saying I think everybody's cool if they just go by the 10 Commandments.
Tina, can you see that?
Barely. I think something about we don't wear masks on this channel.
That's right.
Good.
Jim Terry wears masks.
Not on my channel. Not on my channel.
No, I didn't see on your channel. I was just saying he wears masks.
You ain't gonna see him on my channel. I'd cuss him out.
No, I don't know what to think of that Jim Terry guy. He's claimed to have done a lot, but when you go back and look, there's barely a mention of him. He's like, oh, I did this, I did that, I did another thing. And all it ever says in any of the reports when I went and because after John went off on him that night, I kind of did some digging and I found reports that says, and a private investigator who was on scene, doesn't even say his name, but somehow if you put in his name, you Google it, it brings all this stuff up. Or another one, it'll say an investigator from Mississippi helped aid in this thing. I think the only notable thing that he really did was apparently he did find a runaway child. And he talked to the girl's friends to get her back home. And it was not a serious situation. It was just a girl that got mad at her parents and ran away. It wasn't anything that, nothing to write home about.
Okay, can I say this real quick concerning this question? BBE says, Nana, I'd love to know if the boys are doing great in their foster homes. I'm assuming that they've experienced love and care that they've never had. Okay. Whether
Oh, I
anybody
bet
wants,
they are being loved.
hang on, whether anybody chooses to believe this or not, I did contact that person. They evidently, and I asked them, do they know how the boys are doing? Did they know if Candace is trying to get custody back? And they called me back about 2 hours later and said, because at first they told me that the boys were took because of dirty UAs, but they called me back and said they are not getting the boys back. The boys are happy where they're at, the best to be left in the foster home, and they are all together and they are doing great. But as far as
Who
I
said
took it,
this?
Star, I take it that that's what Dawn and Candace are planning on doing, is just leaving them in the foster care.
How does Star know that?
Because she's the person taking care of the house.
So
She talks to them.
she's taking care of the house where they are.
No, she's taking care of the house where they up on Ben Hill. So she has contact with them constantly.
With the boys?
No, with Dawn and Candace. Well, not Dawn, but Candace.
I still don't understand how she knows how the boys are. I don't buy that Candace even knows or cares.
Well, because obviously they have to report to Candace the welfare of the boys, especially if she's decided not to fight for them. They have to let the parents know what.
Yeah, I just don't know that. I don't know.
Hi, Jessie. Look at there. You said Jessie 3 times and she appeared, John.
I don't see her.
She's right there. She says hello, Nana, and everyone.
Oh.
And then she's, John, you're up late.
Yeah, I am. Jesse knows. I don't bullshit, man. I'm usually in bed by now.
Well, that's what I told them. You were probably in bed, and they told me to wake you up.
I think me and Brandy's going to do a live at like 10 in the morning, so I can't be up much later.
Okay.
Whose dogs are raising hell?
The people over at the store. They live behind the store, and they keep their dogs pinned up. And people walking up to the store sets the dogs off.
Oh, God. I'd be setting my foot off up in the dog's owner's asses for setting it up like that. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Have to hear him bark every 10 minutes?
Suzette says, damned old man.
Who's that? Who's old man?
You. And Tracy says, JDTC, John, Jesus asked what the greatest commandment. He told them, love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Right.
Okay. Did I go against that or something?
No.
Okay.
They're saying that you were asked that question, what was the greatest commandment, and that was your answer.
That was my answer?
That's what she said, yeah.
I don't remember saying that.
Well, you don't disagree with it, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go. What are you arguing about then?
I'm just confused as hell, man. That threw me for a loop.
I think it was because you were talking about the 10 commandments. There's the Exodus 20 10 commandments, but then there is the one commandment that Jesus verbally spoke to people. And the disciple says, Lord, what is the greatest commandment? And he said what she said, love thy neighbor as thyself with all my heart, Lord. It
seems
there
like
are the
that
10
covers
commandments, and then there are 2 others. And so I think she was just extenuating on what you said.
It seems like that's a few commandments, not just
Oh.
one.
Tracy said, no, you didn't say it. Jesus said it.
Jesus said.
Robin says she'll be there in your live in the morning, by the way.
Look at Suzette. She says, John, keep up. Suzette, kiss that.
Nah. You can say it, John.
No, not the preacher on the panel. I ain't saying it, Nana. Quit it.
Okay, I'll say it. Kiss his ass. I heard Justin on Justice for All say when he was fostering kids, he couldn't even give them a haircut without the bio parents' permission. I thought that was crazy. Hello,
That's actually
Rapunzel.
the thing.
Jesse says, Lord John, you're spicy tonight.
But that's his charm, though. That's why everybody likes him.
I just keep it real, man. That's all I can say.
Amen.
I heard about keeping it real. I keep it real.
Keep it real.
Single Mama 4 says, well, I'll admit loving your neighbors is an issue for me. I'll admit it.
Yeah, me too. That's the one I struggle with.
You love him from a distance.
Before I met my beautiful wife, I used to struggle with the wife one too. Which one?
Oh,
what is
really?
it? Yes.
Robin says, I need a drink now. Driving me cray-cray.
Who's driving her cray-cray? Quit driving her cray-cray.
I don't know.
Everybody. Discovering Truth says, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you, has always been my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's right up there with an eye for an eye.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, guys, we've been going for 2.5 hours.
John, what time is your live in the morning? 10 o'clock. Nana, push my
What?
Facebook page. I need more people there.
Push your face. Okay, I will. I don't have a link. Does he may have John's link for his
Just
Facebook
tell him
page?
the name of it, man. All you got to do is go to John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime. Can't miss
On
it.
Facebook. On Facebook, guys. Go to it. I will make sure and push it. I will.
Nana, you need to start you one. I'm serious. I'll explain it to you later.
All
Because
right.
I know I
Nana?
got to break down shit for you. Oh, I know it's the preacher's bedtime. Good night.
No, I don't think. I think. What did you say?
Honey, baby, it's only 7 o'clock here. I ain't going to bed for a while.
Where you at?
I'm in Alaska.
Well, nobody tells me shit. I didn't know you was a preacher 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, she lives where it don't ever get dark, John.
Oh, that is so cool. I want to go to Alaska and build a cabin, and Brandy won't let us.
Why not?
Because Brandy can't take. I want to go off grid. That's my dream. But Brandy, she ain't having it.
Oh, it's not that bad. I grew up in a dry cabin that didn't have running water or electricity, but yeah, it's Alaska right now. It's 7 o'clock at night, and I'll turn my camera. It's bright and sunny outside.
How
It's gonna
is
stay that way until
how long
roughly
have you
2 o'clock in the morning.
How long
Go
have you lived in Alaska? Can I ask a bunch of
My whole
questions,
life?
please?
No, sure. No, I've lived here just about my whole life. I was a missionary for a while, so I've lived, if you add up all the time I've ever left, probably 5 years of my life down in the lower 48.
All right, now listen. I got a lot of questions, so you're gonna have to shorten them answers up a bit.
Okay. All right.
I'm just playing. Where do you live at in Alaska? I mean, you gotta tell me exact, just like near where.
Okay, I live in Nikiski, which is technically North Kenai, and it's on the Kenai Peninsula. You
South
probably,
next
if
to
you
the
like
ocean.
to fish, have heard of the world famous Kenai River, where Kenai king salmon come out of it. I live 1 mile that way.
Do you live close to other people?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was hoping you was one of them off-gridders. I was gonna
I'm
fall in love.
not off
No,
grid.
no.
My nearest neighbor is 300, probably about. Oh, I put her about 300 yards over there. But yeah,
I
I'm
love
surrounded by
Alaska.
trees. My home is completely surrounded by forest.
Oh, that is so awesome. I love that.
Tell him what visitors you get in your yard of a morning.
Bears.
Oh, well, most mornings, we haven't had a bear in a little bit. It's been a couple months since we had a bear, but we get coyotes. We have a weasel that won't stay out of the trash, an eagle that learned how to open my trash bin, and I'm ready to shoot him. We have moose. We have brand new baby moose born in our yard every year. You can look on my other YouTube channel, and there's a cute little picture of them playing in the swimming pool. It's a little kiddie pool that they go into. We have squirrels and bunnies and loads of birds, and
they don't have
it's a
insect
rainbow.
up there?
Oh yeah, we have mosquitoes, but that's why I keep bird feeders out back. If you keep bird feeders, it keeps the bugs down. It attracts birds, and they eat all the mosquitoes, and so I don't have to worry about it.
What are you close to? Like what big city?
Kenai. And then if you drive from Kenai through Soldotna, you can drive from here to Anchorage, which is one of our largest cities in the state.
There's
Okay,
one
there
he
we go.
recognizes.
Anchorage. I've heard of that.
Yeah. If I were to drive right now, get my car and drive, I am about 200 miles from Anchorage, a 200-mile drive.
How much do you get every year for living in Alaska from the oil?
I knew that question was coming. It's called the Alaska Permanent Fund Dividend. And this year they are slated to be, I want to say $1,300, and they should be coming out in September. When I was a little girl, they were as much as a few $1,000s, but they've gone down. So yeah, they on average about 1,000 to, I think the highest has been 1,500 in the last probably 5-10 years. But yeah.
Everybody gets one though, right?
No.
Oh.
Everybody who has lived or has been born, if you birth a child prior to January 1st, like for me to qualify for this year, I had to be in the state for the last year, and my children had to have been in the state if they want one, because they give them even to the babies. You get one for every member of your family, but from January 1st, you have to be here. If midnight New Year's Eve, you are in this state, then you can qualify by March 31st. You fill out the paperwork, and then they say if you qualify for one. But you have to say that you have not left the state. If you left the state for 90 days and you don't have a military or a medical excuse, like you're a doctor, then you don't qualify. But if you have not left, then you qualify. Or if you have a felon, and the only other way that they will take your permanent fund is, say somebody sues you and there's you owe somebody money by court order. They say, okay, you have to pay someone X number of money. The courts will take that garnishment or child support garnishment. They'll take it out of your PFD and send it to the other person.
Listen, we really got to shorten these down because that was like 15 minutes.
You asked. Some questions are not so
Okay,
simple.
But everybody gets a check that's been there long enough. And
a year prior to January.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with your check this year? Anything special?
Mine?
Put it up, save it. What? Yeah.
This year's PFD, I think I'm probably going to make payments on this house. So.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, I'll probably make payments on my house and maybe buy some groceries. I don't know.
So it's warm there right now too.
Yeah, well, it's what I call warm. Nana doesn't call it warm. We're currently sitting at about 62 degrees, and for me, that's really hot. The heat is off in my house, and it's hot in here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. How much is a pack of cigarettes in Alaska?
Oh God, I don't smoke.
You haven't heard?
I think the last sign I saw said something like 7 and some change.
Oh, is that all?
How much is gas?
$6.19 a gallon.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Typically, everything's more in Alaska, right? Because you got to get it shipped.
Yeah, it takes quite a bit to get it here. So,
what's a loaf of bread in Alaska?
A loaf of bread is, for an inexpensive loaf, is like $2.48. For better like whole grain breads, up to $5 or $6.
That's Nana. I don't know. That's
That's
about what
about
it
the
is here,
same.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about the same here.
How much is a haircut in Alaska?
I don't know. My son cuts my hair. I think probably for a man though, probably $20 to $30 at the barbershop.
Whoa.
No, that's about what it is here, Nana. Yeah.
They're like
No,
$8 to $10 here.
I actually cut my hair last night. My son did it, so he taught my kids how to cut my hair.
I think you're in a more populated area, though. I bet shit is a lot more when you're out in other parts
Okay.
of Alaska.
You're right. Now, I am further south in Alaska. I'm on the Kenai Peninsula, which is dead center south of Alaska. Now, if you're going to go up past Anchorage, you're going to drive through Anchorage, you're going to head towards Fairbanks. When you start to go out into the villages, the further away from a city you get, like the furthest north, let's just do extreme furthest north, is Barrow, Alaska. It's an oil field town. The average median income is $87,000 a year because it's oil fields. You get paid a lot of money. However, your gallon of Tide detergent, you're going to pay roughly $35 for that gallon of Tide detergent. For your milk, you're going to pay $25 for that gallon of milk.
$25 for a gallon of milk.
They have to fly it in. Everything has to be, but like I said, the average median is $87,000 a year because everybody works for the oil field. They can afford it. But basically, that's taking that income and dropping it south into the state. That cut that income in half.
Right.
Nana.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a special guest wants to say hi.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna say hi to Nana?
Hey, Taylor.
Ah, she knows what was up.
Aw, Taylor.
Hello. What are
She'll
you
talk on my
doing?
channel. Come in here and say hi to Nana. Come on. You're a rock star. You ain't scared of Nana, are you? Come here, say hi to Nana. You don't want to? All right. Nana's feelings gonna be hurt, man. She's gonna take that shit hard. I don't know with that.
Taylor's his little girl, and she is just the sweetest thing.
Yeah, she is. I've seen her.
You gonna say hi? No, you didn't. She didn't hear you.
Hi.
Hi, sweet pea. Have you went back to school yet?
No.
No. Our kids went back to school the first of this week.
Did they already?
Yeah. They've already got a full weekend.
When did schools go back in Alaska?
August 23rd.
Wow, that's like 3 days difference from my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to go back to school on, is it Labor Day or Memorial Day? Labor Day, I believe. It's September.
After Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. And you would get to go to the fair. School would start, and then that Wednesday, the whole school would go to the fair. And now school starts the end of July, 1st of August. What is up with that?
We start August 23rd, and then the fair happens, and then kids make excuses to call in dead to school.
Calling dead to school?
That's what they call it, calling in dead. Because you can't be excused for going to the fair. You will not get an excused absence. So your parents basically have to call in and lie.
And
my brother.
What, John?
What party is the governor of Alaska now?
Republican. Or he wouldn't have my vote.
Senators?
As far as I know, I think we have one Democrat. But right now we have Alaska is mostly Republican. But we're also we just lost our congressman. Congressman Don Young passed away, so we're in an emergency. Oh no, we need another congressman right now. So
Tina, hold on a minute. John, ask her what it is that every person takes into a church. Tina, don't give it up now.
What?
Nana, you
Every
Highlight it
person,
for me, Nana.
Tina, go ahead. Tell him. What is it every person
not-
carries into a church?
it is not every person. It is many people, and probably 75% of my congregation. We all pack.
Oh, I love it. I could go to church there.
Well, I carry a what?
I have never heard tell of that. I'm sorry. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's
It's just a
awesome.
way of life here. We're just Alaskans. It's just what we do. But I carry either a Ruger 9mm or a Ruger 22. I've got both. I prefer my 22. It fits under my suits better. So
That's awesome. God, I love Alaska,
God
man. I'm
tells
moving
anybody
to
that
Alaska.
comes into our church and causes trouble,
Oh.
they're going to regret it instantly.
Tina, what's on every street corner up there? There's 8 or 13 of them between there and Kenai. The
Oh,
stores.
marijuana shops. There's between here and Soldotna, like a 30-mile stretch is about 13 or 14 marijuana shops because it's legal here.
Tina,
It's absolutely legal.
how many times have you been into a marijuana shop?
3 times.
I knew it was once.
Now, do you want to know why?
Oh, I know why. You can give me some bullshit excuse, but we all know why.
Okay. Knock
Why
yourself out.
did you go into the shop, Tina? Come on.
Because I had a dog dying of cancer. It was the only way I could keep him out of pain.
Oh.
Oh,
No, I don't. I have never once in my life taken drugs. I will not. John, I come from a family of addicts. I'm terrified of becoming addicted to something. So not only no, but holy heck no, would I ever put something like that in my body.
Tina, you had to go and get it all serious. We was having fun.
Well, my dog must have thought it was fun because he did get kind of weird. Now,
I bet he felt a lot better.
Yeah, Teddy Bear was a 17-year-old border collie chow. He outlived his life expectancy. And in the end, I couldn't see him hurt anymore. And it was the right thing to do.
Harley's border collie.
Mhm.
You seen Harley? You don't know who I'm talking about. That's my dog.
Your dog. Yeah, I've seen you holler at your dog.
Tina, tell him about Bunny.
Bunny?
Yeah.
Oh, he probably don't want to hear about my rabbit.
Tell him how big it is.
Okay, I have a pet rabbit. I should go downstairs and get her. She's really cute. But she's huge. She's a Flemish giant and Angora bunny. And when she stands up like this and perks her little ears up, she stands a full 2 foot tall. She's huge. And if she ever grows into her paws, she's just going to get bigger. But I think that she believes she's a dog. She runs around the house. She's a house bunny. She's cute.
Did you train her to use the litter box or something?
Yep. She's leash trained, litter box trained, the whole 9.
Well, where's she at, man? Let's take a look at her.
She's downstairs. You want me to go get her?
Hell yeah.
No, I'll be right back.
I think everybody wants to see her, don't you?
Sorry,
Nana?
guys. Yeah. I've seen her. I've got pictures of her.
That's cool. I wish I would have a rabbit like that if I could litter box train her.
Yeah, I've seen her walking the rabbit outside in the yard, literally with the leash and all.
Hey, before she gets back though, I tell you what, I bet Zeke could take it.
Sean.
If hit the fan, oh, Zeke could tear it up.
You think so?
Oh, definitely. Me and Zeke was playing today.
She's only about 4 times bigger than Zeke.
No, it don't matter. Zeke's a firecracker. Zeke was playing. I was playing with him today. This fool, you can pick him up with a candy wrapper by his teeth, and he will not let go. That's how much he loves candy wrappers.
Wow.
He was great. I filmed some stuff of him where I was playing with him and pulling his stuff out of his stash he has under me and Brandy's dresser. And he is so funny, man. I can't wait for you to see. You're going to love it.
Robin says no bunny and ferret fighting, John. Not allowed to do that.
I'm just saying, if they ever met on a back alley, Z could whoop that ass. Let's hope it don't. Let's hope it don't come to that. But I'm just saying, if it did, my money's on Z. Let's see this thing though. I know it's got to be huge. I hear her coming.
Okay. I'm sorry, it took me a minute to get her out. You say hi, bunny.
God, look at that bunch of fur.
Yeah. This is my bunny.
Turn her face around, Tina.
I'm trying. She's clinging to me.
Love it.
Isn't she pretty?
Was she like doing? Does she do any tricks? Got any tricks?
No. The only trick she does is eat phone cords.
Does she listen to you pretty good though? Can you be like, "Come here"? What's her name?
Bun Bun. Well, she was
Come
named
here,
Snowball,
Bun
but
Bun.
she comes to Bun Bun. Hey,
She's
Bun Bun.
pretty, man.
She is. And she's shedding.
She is big.
Yeah, she is.
She's the size of
hi
a
to
little dog. Oh. She's turbo. She got her ears back. She's ready to roll.
Yeah, she's kind of nervous. It's because I scooped her up out of her house. I think she was taking a nap.
Oh, I didn't want to wake her up, or I'd go get Zeke and show him off, but he's in bed.
It's okay. It's okay. I think she
She
can
is
hear the
big.
speaker. She's not used to that.
Right. Hello, Fine Arts.
Oh, that's awesome. How much does it
weigh,
weigh?
Tina?
No, I'd put her probably around about 8 pounds.
I don't know
She's
much
just a
about
big
bunny
bunny.
rabbits. So I don't know if that's a
Oh,
lot or
she's
not.
shedding. Oh my goodness.
That's a lot for a rabbit.
It is. It is. But she's really big. I mean, she's going to hate this, but she is a big.
Everybody's talking about how beautiful she is.
Oh, she
Yeah,
is so pretty.
she's a big bunny. I'm all older.
She ever sleep with you?
No, Mike's allergic to her.
Does she have free range of the house?
Yeah, if I'm watching her, I let her run all over the house. But I have to be in line of sight, and then we put a gate up on the stairs to keep her on the top floor.
Oh, that's cool. But she
Yeah.
goes to the litter box when she has to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She will even hold it if she can't get to her litter box because she's up here. She lets me know that she has to go, and then I'll take her downstairs.
Oh, that is awesome.
But yeah, she's a good baby.
But she's smart.
Mm-hmm. She really is. Animals are really intelligent. I don't think that we give them enough credit. So.
When I was little, my mom bought me a dwarf rabbit.
Aw.
Have you ever heard of those?
Mm-hmm.
They're like little, and they will not get any bigger. It's probably about as big as yours head. And
Wow. Bun's big.
I tried forever to potty or to litter box train it, and one day the dog come in the house and started chasing it, and it had a heart attack from it.
Oh no!
Died right on the spot. I was like 10 years old, and my rabbit died right in front of me. It was the weirdest thing you've ever seen. And it was because it was that scared of the dog, I guess.
I guess. And we have dogs, but she grew up with 2 Yorkies and a Chihuahua.
Where are those at? You ain't showed us those yet.
Hui is downstairs, and the Chihuahua's not here right now, and my Yorkie passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the first one's name?
Hui. Hui is a rescue. I'm like choking on her hair. Hui was a rescue from a puppy mill in South Dakota. He was deathly sick and has slight brain damage. He's autistic and he cannot be trained in certain things. He will never be smarter than the average 4-year-old human. My goodness,
Well,
she's shedding all over the place.
What's the normal for that? How smart is the dog compared to humans?
Oh, Yorkies are insanely smart, but this one was injured really bad. Excuse me. My little Yorkie Blossom, she weighed 2.5 pounds, and a hoodie that has the pocket in front. She's small enough that she could fit in a purse or in a hoodie pocket. She went everywhere with me, but she caught the horrible C word here last February, and at 10 years old passed away. The
Oh,
vet said that she was too small to fight off the infection.
that's awful.
Tina, you can
Okay.
go put Bun up if you want to. Honey.
Yes,
Oh my
you do.
I'm covered in hair.
Are you
Okay.
are you allergic to Bun too?
No, I inhaled, and I think I inhaled one of her hairs.
She also the other day, John, drove through a pocket of natural gas that was on the highway and wound up having to be took to the hospital.
Wow.
So she's having residual effects from that too. And she has asthma on top of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord. Brandy has asthma really bad.
Not to mention she's an alien too. If she goes to the West Coast, John, her blood turns to acid and she gets hospitalized and almost dies.
I can't go to the West Coast. There's something in the air there. They don't know if it's an allergen or whatever it is, but it causes a systemic blood infection, so I can't live on the West Coast.
Isn't that weird?
That's wild.
It just means I live in Alaska.
It just means that you're an alien.
Yep.
Nana.
Yep.
What?
I just got a text message, and it's Messy Jessie being a smart ass. She put, I finally figured out who I remind you of. And guess who it was?
Who?
You ever seen Ben Stiller in that movie where he's a model?
Oh, I hate that movie.
I don't know if I've watched that movie or not.
She says I remind her of that guy.
Of Ben Stiller?
Yes.
No way.
I don't see it.
Now,
No way.
The guy in the movie, he's a real jackass. I think that's what it was about.
Oh, your personality reminds her of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes more sense. No, I actually like your personality.
Well, thank you.
Me too. Oh, I'm
Well, thank
getting
you.
snuggling. I don't eat my hair. No eating my hair, please.
Zoolander, that's who it is.
Yeah, that I have seen. Yes.
So funny, Jessie.
Oh.
Okay, guys.
We're going to go now. I got to go to bed. I got to be up for a live at 10. If I don't go to bed now, it'll be at 12.
Yeah, that's what I was
All right, any more Alaska questions before I put Bun away?
No, man. I think I got them all in.
Okay, good.
It was nice to meet you, Tina.
You too. If you guys ever get a chance to come to Alaska and you want the warmer weather, the best times to travel are June through August. Because then it's sunny, but you're going to have to get used to 24-hour daylight. So we don't get 24-hour darkness until the middle of winter. If you want to experience 24-hour darkness, then you're looking at December to February.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be there for the darkness, but.
Okay. Yeah, but Alaska is beautiful. If you ever get a chance to come here, please do it. This is a beautiful place. And if you know people that you can crash with, it's a lot cheaper. Just saying.
Right.
So let me know.
I
know the best places to go.
I was going to hit you up if I ever come. I was going to be like, hey, Tina, you remember that time we talked on YouTube? I love Alaska. How you got a spare bedroom?
Actually, I have 2 spare bedrooms, and it wouldn't be the first time that a YouTuber has come and stayed with us. If you've ever seen 2 a.m. Pipe on the Patio, him and his daughter came here on vacation once, and they stayed with us for a couple weeks. They had a lot of fun. So.
Well, Tina, you just made it all cheap now. Like I'd be the second YouTuber to come stay.
Just know that if you come in the summer, you're going to get drugged down the Swanson River, hiked up to a glacier, and My husband's a harsh tour guide. You're going to do some work.
So just know if I come to Alaska, I won't be your first.
All right, you say
All
bye
right,
to everybody.
Bye, Bun Bun.
You bubble one. I
See
got
you,
to throw
Bun
my
Bun.
clothes in the wash. I'm covered in hair.
What, John?
I was telling Bun Bun bye.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
well, thank you
Bye.
both for coming up on panel, guys.
All right.
You're welcome, Anna.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night, John. Nice to meet you.
You
Good
too.
night, everybody in chat. Thank you for being here. I
Good
love
night,
you
everybody in
all.
chat.
And don't forget to say prayers, guys.
Oh, someone asked about the Aurora Borealis. Let me answer that real quick.
Yeah.
Yes, we can, but the Aurora Borealis are very magical. The best place to see them, or if you want to see them lowland where I live, you're going to have to wait until the temperatures drop to about 20 to 30 degrees or lower, and it's a perfectly clear night. On a cloudy night, you can't see them. If you want to see them where you're kind of way up high, you're going to go up into the pass between here and Anchorage. And a really cool thing, because the Aurora Borealis are technically frequencies. My husband plays a flute, and he discovered that if you play the flute, the vibration in a perfectly still night will cause the Aurora Borealis to move. So yes, you can see them, but you have to catch them under the right conditions, and they are stunning.
Awesome.
So that's an answer to that question. So.
Thank you, Tina.
All right. See you later.
Bye, guys. The computer is dying, so I've got to go. We'll talk to you guys later. Say your prayers. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Good night.